So as you guys, let me see. Liliana, do you see your character token?
Yes, I'm behind the staff area.
Oh, geez. Okay. It looks right. It looks... Okay, cool. I got you.
Should I move in?
For
No, you're
once,
good. It's
she's
like...
not chasing me down.
Hey, just you wait,
Yep. All right, and also, Duke, you guys, your entry ticket was sponsored. Somebody gave you all free entry into the carnival, and your carnival ticket has a series of 8 slots that can be punched for various activities and such. And I misread something. So anybody who participated in the eating contest, make sure you give yourself a punch for that. I don't know if I said that last week.
You did say that.
Okay, cool. And then Q, take your 2 gold back and add a punch for the hats you got. The currency. Yep. So I reread something else that made me realize, like, okay, cool. So like the currency is punches, and that's it. So that's my bad.
Knew those hats weren't for nothing.
Yep. So as you guys are heading back to the group decisioned Hall of Illusions, you come across a strange feeling as you're walking, and all of a sudden, like, you all have to kind of like slow down, and like almost like you get a sense of vertigo for a moment, and you kind of look around and you sense one more like you, and you continue to look around, and eventually you see this figure exchanging a punch for a large lollipop, and you see it turn and look directly at you as it can sense you as well. Duke, please describe your character.
All right, so you actually see he looks like a bird, and he's about 4'8". He's bright yellow.
That was a bird.
Yeah, he looks like a bird.
It sounded like bard.
Oh, bird, and he's actually hopping up and down a little bit, and he's whistling. And so yeah, and he's bright yellow. He has on blue monk's robes, basically they're wrapped around him, and he has a spear on his back.
Yep. And you guys immediately see each other and sense that both sides sense that you have all lost something. There, for whatever reason, you are connected to this particular individual.
Is he wearing the wings to get in, or does his wings count like pixies do, or what's the deal with that?
Yep. He is wearing the admission required wings. Duke, what kind of butterfly or bug wings is your character wearing? It's part of how they identify who's paid for a ticket, which is kind of awkward with like your actual wings, but like, maybe they're like in the middle and like bunched up, kind of.
So like my wings are back here, and then I guess just like right in the middle of them, like, you know, where they split at in the back. We'll say that they look like some kind of wings we want, kind of like a dragonfly.
Cool. What color dragonfly?
Blue one.
Blue one. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. So blue like dragonfly like wings that are like crumped up in between his actual wings. Yep. And
Yep.
And Duke, you have 1 punch on your ticket of 8 so far.
1 punch
for that large lollipop. What color is the lollipop?
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow.
Yeah.
All right. I knew you could say that.
And he doesn't. And you guys are kind of looking at him funny because he's not licking the lollipop; he's pecking at it.
Little chips are just.
Yeah.
Like somebody's walking by, like, hey man.
Yeah, they're just flying off. He's not even none of it. He's not getting any of it in his mouth.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I think at this point, Tevis realizes he has the 2 punches that he made the bet with, or the agreement with Pinky, and he's looking for Pinky.
Nice. Pinky is not.
Yeah, of course she's not.
And Pinky, probably knowing that actually those hats did count as a punch, is begrudgingly gonna go to the staff area.
She's like moving away in shame.
Yeah, just like, damn it.
Eli's curious about this new creature that we found. I would like to go up and talk to the new creature.
Okay. And Pinky, as you go over to the staff area, there is a wall of vines about 15 feet tall, and as you walk up, they make a doorway for you about 10 feet high, and you are able to walk in, and the vines close behind you.
Awesome.
And what are you doing in the staff area?
I am looking for Mr. Light and Mr. Witch's tent.
Their
Wagon? Whatever.
wagon.
Yeah.
You're able to go up to it. A grumpy looking clown. Let me put his picture in. A grumpy looking clown with a bubble pipe kind of stares at you as you walk in. You know, like there's a familiar character to you. His name is. Oops. I think it's. I'm drawing a blank on his name actually. Thaco. There we go. He's standing next to the tent as usual, just kind of glaring at you. He's got RBF. He never doesn't glare at people. And he's standing right in front of this tent, this one here, the big red and white one. That is Mr. Witch and Mr. Lights.
Hey, Thaco, are Mr. Light and Mr. Witch in?
Hi, Pinky.
Hi.
They're always in, except for the 2 events. You know that.
So would I know
What
that
do you
they're
want?
in?
Yeah, they're in.
Okay.
What do you want this time?
Oh, just, news as usual.
Alright, go ahead and knock.
I'm gonna go up there. Do I hear them inside at all?
You can hear some chatting. It's a roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Nice. Also, I love the fuchsia colored dice. Yeah, you hear like no. You hear nothing. This is like the sound of the carnival. You're like trying to be sneaky and you're like, God, that's loud.
Gosh, everyone's too noisy. Well, I'll just knock on the door.
Mm-hmm. And it opens up, and you see Mr. Witch, the tall, thin, red and white striped elf with his jester hat on, and Mr. I guess I'll just put it in the chat. You guys see them eventually. So you see Mr. Witch, or excuse me, Mr. Light and Mr. Witch inside of the inside there. And he turns around and he kind of opens the door. Oh, hello, Pinky. What brings you here?
I was just wondering if we could have a conversation inside real quick. With a big smile.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Rogues, so good at persuasion checks.
Oh.
And he says, "Oh, Pinky, today is not really a good time for. There's something going on that needs our attention. We will we'll have to talk later. I'm so sorry. I talked to Thaco and
Are you sure it's got to do with the people that have been sponsored, and I just feel like this is kind of important and more of a private matter.
And he kind of looks at you. Sponsored, huh? And he looks back at Mr. Witch. Mr. Witch is kind of sitting there more calmly. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. We will investigate from our side. We'll reconnect later, Pinky.
Oh,
good day.
Have a good day. I'm just gonna shuffle my way. Do I have a tent in this area?
You. It's not terribly clear actually. It's smaller on that map than it actually indicates, but yeah, there's a large grouping of wagons and tents and such in here. There are approximately 200 witchlight hands, and they all live on premises.
Awesome. I'm gonna just go to my tent real quick, mess
Cool.
about.
Okay, it is bright pink.
Yep.
It's
Very
approximately
bright
the color. It's approximately the color of your dice.
And I'm just gonna grab a bag of seeds and leave.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and you go back to the the ring of vines, and they open back up for you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go out the side because I don't want to go through the tent.
Yeah, it sounds good. Cool. And while that is all happening, there's this new bird person that you guys are seeing in and a new bird person. You see this. Oh, describe your character, Mike.
Yeah. So I am. I'm a short goblin-like creature. I have these protruding spines that look like spikes coming out of my backside. Relatively grumpy face, kind of another resting bitch face. And I'm wearing a chainmail, which you see I struggle to walk with as I'm kind of waddling and tripping over like a dress almost. And I also have a book on one side and a rock with a stick on it on the other side. And yeah, that's pretty much what I look like.
Yep. And what color are your wings?
Done forgot. What
Me
did I
too.
say? I think it was a moth gray. I believe it was a moth gray that I did.
Yeah, there you go.
I think you went moth.
Yeah.
All right, so you see this little creature come straight up to you. Oh, and he's short. He's like 3 feet or something.
Duke
Yeah,
was
I'm
very
free.
not interested and just left.
Wow.
I don't like short people. Delete.
Oh no!
Pinky's like 2'5".
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. My stuff had disconnected. I couldn't hear anybody.
Oh, you're good. What was the last thing you got?
Pinky was saying something. I can't really remember what. So I heard you
Okay,
guys.
okay.
I put it on my phone for a second, so I didn't miss too much. It's all good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah. And you walk up, and Mike, what does your character say?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
He's
He's talking to
you.
me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I thought. So I'm at the fair.
Yep. You're at the carnival.
No, that's what I'm telling him. He asked me what I'm doing here. I'm telling him
gotcha.
I'm at the fair. What are you doing here?
I'm also at the fair, but I sense a link between. There's something that seems familiar about you. If you lost something as well?
Oh, yeah. I lost something a long, long time ago. And it was the last time I think it was the last time I was around here. And so yeah, I'm kind of here looking for it, but.
Well, me and this other group.
And then he
of
gets
people-
distracted by a light.
Well, so me and this other group of people that have come together, and we were sponsored to come in. We all lost something as well. Would you care to help us all find each other's things like we have been doing?
That'd be great.
So if you'll follow me, we've all kind of careened around the big top.
Okay,
As I say that, I kind of lead him towards where our group is currently at.
All right.
I will hop along behind him, and he's still whistling.
I'll walk up to him. Hey guys, I got a bird.
Did you catch this bird?
No.
The bird's a little bigger than he is.
Yeah, a little bigger.
Just a little bigger.
All right. So you come into this group, and I'll just kind of go from left to right on the screen. Birdman, as you walk up, you see a variety of strange-looking characters. We will start with Pinky.
Pinky is a fairy, very short, very pink. Her wings are real wings, and they are pink as well.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, the elf.
All right, so you see kind of your typical elf, dark, tannish skin, pretty kitted out and kind of forest green attire. Kind of has like, I don't even know what to call it, like a half skirt. So like think of like tying a jacket around your waist. He has two short swords to his side. They're kind of unique because the handles are well detailed, kind of carved. They ideally look like they're heirlooms of some sort. Kind of shaved side on his head with more of a spike mohawk in the middle. But the unique thing that you see is two antlers are sticking out from the top of his head. They're not ideally like normal antlers you see. They're kind of they would imagine like a baby deer. That's the antlers that you would see on top of his head. So that's kind of what you see.
Did you pop this up? What?
Yep, I did. So that's the image of Pinky. This is the image of Birdman, but imagine yellow. That's the face of the little goblin dude, and then that's the elf.
All right.
Okay. Over to the source.
Mesmerized by low horns.
Jason, please describe your character.
I am an Asimar, light purple skinned, no pupils, kind of silver eyes, relatively tall. I'm just under 6 foot.
Damn.
Seem a little poor. The clothing's not in great shape, but kind of a magnetic type personality.
All right, and here we go. I'll show that artwork there.
I like the other picture better.
Okay. It's pulling what's on D&D Beyond, by the way.
Here, I'll pop it up in.
Yep. And then lastly, Al, I'm gonna have to get used to that. Troy, please describe your character.
Yeah, so Bane is also known as Moose. You probably will yell his own nickname out several times in your presence today. He's very tall. He's 6'6". He's a devilishly handsome fellow, but his eyes are solid black. He's got two horns that start kind of towards the front of his head and go towards the back. He's very well dressed, although he does seem to be struggling to keep his pants up at the moment. And he's being followed around by 3 individuals. There's an elderly turtle named Shellsworth. There's also a young rabbit person named Natasha, and then a large Caucasian male human that stands actually taller than Bane. He's about 7 foot tall. His name is Barge. He's mute, but he does have a rat that hangs out on his shoulder.
Alrighty.
I just want to point out too, on the elf, on top of his antlers are 2 pointed hats.
Yep, they are square hats, like a pyramid. If you like kind of sloped it upward rather than like do a sheer angle, kind of like smoothed it, and like each antler has one, and then the small goblinoid has a longer one that like goes down the center of its head, which matches.
It covers my face at this point. It's huge on me.
He's having to push it up constantly.
Alrighty. That's awesome.
All right, so what do you guys do as like you guys start talking and Pinky comes right back around the corner and you kind of all see each other?
As soon as Kevin sees Pinky, he's going up and asking about that conversation.
Yeah, gonna whisper in his ear and
What do
Sylvan.
you say?
We'll talk about this later.
Dude, yeah, we're just speaking this in Sylvan. And let's just make it more sketchy.
Hey,
Does anybody else on the team speak Sylvan?
Please no.
I'm pretty sure I do. I'm actually looking right now.
thieves can't.
Yeah, I sure do.
So you guys are what are you guys actually saying?
So
Kind of give Duke some context here.
he'll walk up and talk just while holding the card. Ideally, under the presumption that you went to go talk to him. So how did the conversation go? Or did you get any information, or can I talk to him?
Talk to who?
At the,
I'm just gonna like
the
turn.
bird says in Sylvan.
I'm just gonna turn and look and be like, "Oh, you speak Sylvan." Just super awkwardly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this isn't too suspicious.
So I think at this point I'll drop it, go back in the common and just explain. What did I explain? I think at this point, yeah, I'll just come up and be like, "Do you guys remember when we're back at the Lost and Found, right? And me and Pinky started to have a conversation, and then I kind of like motioned them to come a little forward so I can more whisper. I don't know if you guys were aware, but there are some figures here that don't seem like they should be here. And by that, I'm just curious because they don't have these wings, and as I'm pointing at my wings, and then I kind of look over at Pinky and explain, or kind of motion to her to kind of explain more in depth that these people are somebody we're supposedly not supposed to be around, and then kind of motion for Pinky to chime in on that.
In general, I would mostly know who these people are, right?
No,
DM?
you might know what they look like a little bit, but you know nothing about them other than don't go near them.
Yeah. Well, what us staff have been told, for the most part, is just to not go near these number of figures. We're not told the specifics at all, really, and I'm assuming it's probably for our safety and generally everyone else's safety. But yeah. Why are these? I still don't understand why these figures are so important to you.
So Tevis will, after she says that, kind of grab onto the locket that he has around his neck, and just kind of reassure that it but I don't know what it is, but I feel like for some reason these figures either have some connection onto the stuff that I lost. I know all of us here are looking for something. So, and I think I may have found a lead for the something that I have lost. That's why I'm so adamant on figuring out who they are. Plus, if you got some shady people walking around the carnival, there's families and kids here. I don't think that it's a really good reputation to have some shady folk walking around at a carnival that's meant for people to have fun and enjoy their time.
I yell out, "Carnival!" and my pants drop.
Pick your pants up.
Vert's
Oh,
gaze.
yep.
Oh
Not too
dear,
personal.
Master, what are we
Do
ever
you
going to
mind
do with you?
sharing what you lost?
So Kevis will open up the locket. Actually, he'll take it off, open it up so everyone can see. And there's a picture in there. And he'll ask the group, what do you see in this picture? Ideally, there's two figures, but what do they look like?
And you guys see it's a locket, a man and a woman on side to side. One is kind of fairer skins and lively built, sharp angles, very beautiful, long, round, kind of chestnut colored hair. If this is different than last time, I apologize. I'll have to remind myself what I said about these characters. And the other one is more rugged. They are both elves, and the other one has more just like kind of scarring and wear and tear, but like kind of a ruggedly handsome type of elf, even though elves are generally like lithe and sharp featured. This one has a little bit more toughness to his look. Shorter hair, kind of like shorter hair in front, kind of longer, like in the back, not quite like a mullet, but no, but more tasteful, more like keep it out of his eyes and then like keep the back of his neck warm kind of look. And they both have kind eyes.
A man and a woman. One is very beautiful. The other one is a little more rugged, but both seem kind.
As Pinky's explaining that, if you look at Kevis's face, he's trying to understand. Like, it's not like one of those things like he can't understand you because you're speaking a different language. He can't picture what you're explaining, and you can tell it's frustrating him, and it's at to a point where it's almost upsetting him.
Travis, what do you see when you look at the picture?
So I'll turn it back, look at it, silent for probably a good 3 to 5 seconds or so, and he's like, I see two figures, but it's not clear. I don't. Everyone says they see these beautiful people, and I just see it blurry. It's kind of context on what he sees. It's kind of like if you say you wear contacts or glasses and you can't see anything, that's what he sees. He can't tell.
I'd say you should probably get some glasses.
Hey, Kevin.
Spectacles. You just need to get some spectacles.
So I'm going to cast whatchamacallit.
He cast
Disguise
whatchamacallit.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, it's a good spell.
Yeah. A candy bar appears in your hand.
Yeah. Tasty. Tasty.
I love it.
Right at that moment, one of the carnival workers, a short little gnome, is walking around with baskets of candy. He's like, "Here, take one. Take one.
Thank you.
Bye."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself and make myself look like the rugged figure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You guys all see it. It's basically a perfect replica. And Kevis's vision is Still blurry.
Do you see this, guys?
I see what's in the picture. I can't. It's the same.
Still blurry.
Yep. At that point, you can
Almost-
tell he'll reach down at his sword, not like he's gonna unsheath it, but he's just gripping it tightly, along with the locket.
It's almost like you have a mental block. Huh.
I say, how many fingers am I holding up? And I flip him off.
Thank you. I see one, and I return the favor. I see this one.
Oh, okay. You can see that, I guess.
You could say he gave him the bird.
I'm gonna look over at
I flip him off.
at Moose and
Which
say,
is slightly strange because you've never been flipped off before with a feathery finger.
Claude, even.
Yep, clawed, feathery finger, bright yellow.
I'm giving. I look over at Moose. Moose, dude, and I dig through my backpack a little bit. I pull out a belt. I'm like, please put this on.
Thank you. And I put on the belt, but Shellsworth comes up to me and whispers in my ear at this moment, and I also cast Healing Word on myself to heal for 9 points.
Nice, max healing. And the belt is on its last hole. Just the size of Moose and just the girth of his large body. It's on the last hole of the belt.
I think at that point, after the conversation, he'll put the amulet away, close it, put it back on, kind of tuck it in his tunic.
Leathers, tunic,
Yeah,
kind of somewhere in there.
and kind of shift the conversation over to just. I don't want to cause a scene. Like, I don't want to make Pinky's job harder. I don't want to cause a scene. But what I've lost, I know is important. And if this figure has any connection to it, I want to chase it. Metaphorically. Then he'll just kind of step
Alright.
back.
Okay.
I feel like you have an advantage because you actually have an idea of what you've lost. I have no idea what I've lost.
Oh.
I just know that something's missing.
Do you know?
I've got your belt, just if that's what you're looking for.
No. No.
Do
Okay.
you
Are you
know?
looking for a lollipop? And I hand out my lollipop.
Please tell me it's like half. Like,
Yeah, at this point, he's handing him 1/3 of a lollipop. It's like the center, it's like this. Like this side is all carved away, and it's just this awkward axe-looking thing at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Thank you though.
Morgan.
I have a whatchamacallit, so we're good.
While this conversation's, can I check and see if if I can see that figure anywhere
Go
near
ahead
us?
and roll a perception
I was
check.
also gonna. do
Sure, you guys can both
something.
roll once each, or one of you can roll with advantage.
We should probably just both roll. We both have pretty good
Yeah.
perception, right?
Yeah.
Knowing my rolls though currently, let's see.
Yeah, you're having the opposite day that Q was having last week. Case and point.
Wow.
Pinky's just too distracted by her own problems right now.
Pinky, you are very essentially concerned about this festival that you've been a part of for so long, that it's disturbing the lives of others, where it's supposed of at least one other, and you look around and there's 5 more that are probably in some way just as
Screwed up.
Screwed up. Yeah, derailed, screwed up from their like off kilter from what their life would have been if they hadn't come here at one point. And that's a disturbing thought to you. This is supposed to be a place of joy, and instead it's causing some people grief. And that sucks. And like, so you're looking around and you're like, that. Then those thoughts are just completely occupying you. It's one of those moments where you're like, you're so focused on what's in your mind, like you're literally like blind. Like somebody could like wave in front of you and you don't see it.
Yeah.
Mm. And then what'd you get? Perception.
20.
Okay. 20. All right. Okay. At this moment, no, you don't see anything. It's a large crowd. There's a lot of, this place is designed specifically to absorb a lot of like mental and visual stimulation. So you look out and like everything wants your attention. And even with a really good roll, you can't see through enough people to spot anything out of the ordinary at the moment.
Okay. So at this point, I think Kefis would explain. So I've talked about what I've lost and kind of like looking among the group. What is it you guys lost?
Explain this at the
I lost that book.
Lost and Found. Yeah.
What is it though? You've explained it, but why is it important to you?
Yeah. So I lost an amulet of a figure that I care about deeply.
At that point, Kevis is like fully focused on him as soon as he says that.
You're staring at me.
Just kind of like snaps. It's kind of in the same boat as me. Do you know who this figure is?
Yes.
Just kind of sits
Yes,
there
I do.
like, and
I don't want.
I feel like there's just an awkward like silence between the two of us.
Just too much information already. I don't even know who you are.
And then after he says that, we kind of like look around and we're like, I don't think we know who anybody is besides Pinky. So
Moose.
that's Moose.
He lost a book. It's his own book. He's a short read.
After Moose yells his name, I think it'd be like, if you haven't known, I'm Kelvis, and then kind of like motion to the others, kind of motion like, hey, what's your name?
Since you told me your name, my name is Eli.
Eli. And you? And looks over at Jason's character.
You're on mute, man. Maybe you stepped away.
I'm back.
Okay, cool.
I'm Locke. Haven't we already done this?
I don't actually remember if we did introduce
I have
ourselves.
never done this ever.
Was the only one to introduce himself with his name last time.
No.
And then look at the Birdman. What about you?
So I'm still jumping up and down, whistling, and my name is Darius, the swooping. And then I flutter my wings a little bit. Start hovering off the ground.
You're a hyper one. And just draw attention back to the group. Actually, look back at... I already forgot your name. Jesus, I suck with names. Duke, what was your name?
Zarias.
Zarias. What did you lose?
I lost the ability to be quiet.
Notice.
So,
What?
but I don't really know if I feel like I lost it because it's been this way my whole life. So, but my master had originally told me that I used to be a lot quieter. But yeah, so
You lost your cage.
My cage?
Maybe not the thing to tell him.
I'm waiting for him to just kick you. You can't stand still.
Get to the curb.
A bird.
I just look at him putting like a cage. What do you mean a cage?
Cage will keep you quiet, right? You put you in a cage, put a little blanket over it, you'll be quiet. That's how my bird was.
And how you had a bird?
Yes.
A bird like me in a cage?
Okay, at this point,
it was much tinier.
Kevis is stepping between the two. This is probably a horrible idea.
And I'm gonna try to push Kev out of the way so that he cannot stand between the two.
There's nothing I can do.
Roll a contested strength checks, or acrobatics versus athletics or something.
As he tries to push him, I'm just gonna grab his hand. So do you want me to
What's
roll
happening?
acrobatics checks?
Jesus.
You guys are using all your good rolls on absolute garbage.
Hey, I got to
Glad
make
I'm
up for
using all
last
my
one.
bad rolls on absolute garbage then, right?
Yep. Okay, so there's this series of exchanges, and like it's almost like a quick slap fight between the three of you, and ultimately it ends with Kevis just like kind of like redirecting things, be like, calm down.
I feel
mean
like
this in a bad way. I'm just saying that that was my idea of keeping a bird quiet. I'm not saying you belong in a cage. I'm just saying that that's something I used to do. I was asking.
at that point he'll look over and kind of squat down towards Eli and whisper, "Probably not the best approach with that," and then start to stand back up, and then redirect attention to Pinky and say, "They were saying you lost something."
Wow. I did, I think. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what it is, I'm pretty sure I lost something important to me. I just don't know what it is. There's gaps where there shouldn't be gaps.
So when she says that, look over at Locke and kind of like, "Is that ideally kind of how yours is? How you feel?"
Yep.
And he just kind of doesn't say anything, kind of ponders it. So we've got a book, two people that don't know what they're missing, the ability to stay quiet. And I'm imagining you're still jumping around. As he's
Yeah, he's still jumping around, whistling.
And
He's already forgotten what was said before.
and then two people who, one is missing a figure or an amulet,
Yeah.
and then he doesn't even mention his, and just kind of pauses, not knowing what to say. Don't you guys kind of find it? Wow, English is hard. Don't you find it kind of weird that we're all missing something? Some of us know, some, looking over at Moose, may or may not be missing. Others, abilities, and then others that don't even know what we're missing.
Like I said, I don't really feel like I'm missing anything. I feel like I'm supposed to be quieter, but like inside I feel that way. But like I don't know. And he keeps hopping around. But aren't we also at a carnival? Like I don't know how long you guys been here, but like I just got here and I just got this lollipop in. Like I thought this was a carnival. You guys, this is. I don't know. I'm gonna look for something to do.
Carnival! I'm gonna go.
Carnival! Yeah.
Carnival.
All right, at that point you guys start walking around again, and very very quickly you see let me find the right stuff. Oh no, I have messed up my. There we go. Okay, you guys kind of see the crowd parting before you, and there are some emerald green clouds that kind of like swirl around the crowd as like it comes towards you, and and there's some cheers and laughter, and in a little bit of time you see the crowd is parting. There is a 12-foot tall tree-looking creature coming by, and from the clouds, there are little like spinning what are they called? Sycamore seeds that are like falling down and doing the little helicopter motion as they fall to the ground. Just there's this little red squirrel that's darting all over the body of the tree. Be like, hello, thank you, welcome, hey. Thank you. Oh, make a wish, please. Oh, yeah, here, take one. And you see some of the fairgoers are running around and like trying to catch the seeds and like talking to the squirrel and like writing a piece of paper on, or writing something on a piece of paper and giving it to him, and it like goes and tucks it inside of a bag on the tree itself. And the large tree says, "Welcome to the Witchlight Carnival. Join us, there's plenty of fun to be had. Catch the seeds, ride the games. No, play the games. Ride the rides, eat the food." And like he's going around and just kind of like generally like hyping people up and like walking about, and he walks pretty close by you as well.
I want to catch the seeds.
Yeah, guys, come on, let's all try to.
I want to catch the seeds. Can I like launch in the air and catch these seeds?
Anybody who wants to catch a seed, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
How do I just roll one on here, buddy? Just roll it on the dexterity button.
Yeah, if you like click into your character, you can click on your.
You said a check, right?
Yeah, just a straight check. Yeah, so you just click on the word dexterity.
Oh, that's lovely.
No.
I had a picture of a 20, but it said I had a 2.
Reroll it.
That happens sometimes
Yeah.
with yours. I think we've gone with it. It's whatever result comes in. Okay, so as he's walking by this big tree and he's like talking to people and like occasionally taking something out of his backpack and handing it around. So for dexterity, Moose, Kevis, Pinky. Oh, who am I missing? Where's Eli's? Eli, I don't see your roll.
I'm not jumping for any of these. I don't want anything to do with these random spores flying through the air.
Okay, sounds good. You see Eli kind of look up at them and like swat them away as a couple come near him. So Moose, Kevis, and Pinky, you guys all catch them, and inside of your hand, and they sprout, and it's just this little curl of a thing, and the tree comes over and takes the sprouts from you. Says thank you, and instead he hands you. I will roll for this. So for Moose, whoops, I'm gonna throw my dice around first. Moose, you get 1 gold piece as he exchanges the seed, and then who else was it? Kevis. You the creature gains the following personality trait until dawn. I am easily amused.
Oh.
Any conflicting character trait is suppressed in the meantime. And Pinky, you get the exact same thing. And he comes in and like he takes the little sapling from you, puts it in his bag, and like reaches back and like just like does this and like lets loose kind of a series of it's like pollen comes into your face, and like it kind of hits you, and like suddenly you just feel kind of like a little bit more giddy.
At this point, Kevis is seeing all the bright lights and just no attention to anybody around, just staring at the lights.
Hey, Kevis, this is amazing.
And just just still staring, not looking at anybody.
And then like as he's nearby and he's got his arms reached out, the little red squirrel runs down and like starts handing everybody who will take one like a dandelion puff as well. Make a wish, make a wish, make a wish, make a wish.
Reach out and grab one.
Yeah.
I grab one too.
I'm gonna grab one.
Looking at Eli just shaking his head over there like, come on, man. Where's your spirit?
Heretics.
What's a heretic?
Eric? Heretic.
Heretic?
Heretic.
Kevis is just staring at the two of them having this conversation, trying to process what's going on.
Trying not to giggle. Like,
I just look at him.
okay.
I don't understand.
Okay. Anybody who wants to make a wish, like you think about it, you think about what you want to wish for, and then it just kind of scatters, and like as the puffs go out, they all pop with like the tiniest firework ever, just like, and then they're gone, including the stem. And then the stem kind of goes, and it's gone. Anybody who made
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Anybody who made a wish, Slack me, Discord me the message of what you wished, please. All right, and you guys are still roaming around, and the little green cloud with the floating seeds and the chatty squirrel, like they wander off kind of towards like the opposite end of the park from where you guys are at. And kind of which direction are you going?
1 second. I got a question for the DM. Do you want me to send you what my wish is, or do you know what it is?
Yeah, go ahead and send it to me because you know.
Okay, it should be. It's what it. Okay, I got you. No worries.
So kind of another question to that: do we still know most of the stuff, right? Even though we're very easily amused now. Like that stuff hasn't changed.
Yeah, you like your stats haven't changed or anything.
Nah, you want some candies.
Things are just funnier to you.
Okay.
Pinky, what else is there to do here?
And first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh my gosh!
You guys haven't done any games yet.
Oh yeah, let's play some games.
The snail races. Snail races.
Oh, there is the snail races. There's also like small like games from the booth, and as you guys are starting to look around, you see some people like lined up at various booths, and you hear hecklers like, "Come right up, try your skill at the all mirage toss." No, you want to outstare the Cyclops, don't you?
Nope.
As soon as Kevis hears Cyclops, he's gone.
You hear several things there.
So, as soon as she said that, as you know, I'm hearing everything else now. He just screams out to the snail races, and I take off.
Sounds good. So you guys kind of take off towards the kind of bottom left of things, and that's where the snail racing is down here. Yeah, go ahead and just like scooch all your characters down. And you pass by the Hall of Illusions with its kind of crazy tops and the swirling, and you see the mime, the pail, and I'll put it back in just for re-reference and because Duke didn't see it. Oops, excuse me.
As we're going by the mime, I'm gonna punch it again.
And it's like sitting there and like. And it's like looking at you, sad again, not speaking. And you come up and punch it and roll an attack roll.
Okay.
Dude, someone is going to punt you.
Ooh, and then there's food right across the way. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna run over there real quick.
Just roll a d20 for me and add your strength modifier. So just do a strength check.
Oh, so I'm not just doing an unarmed attack.
Yeah, you are doing an unarmed attack, but it's basically
Okay.
just a strength check for you because you're not proficient or anything.
So I could just do it like that, right? So let's see. Let's do that.
Oh, that's the mime. Yeah, punch him.
Yep. So it comes by, and you walk away feeling pretty confident.
What?
Okay.
He didn't even
What
notice.
are you doing?
Said to have fun.
Yep. Okay, so you guys come down to the snail races, and you hear from a rather tall, like almost like, oh my god, you need a sandwich type of human. Probably about like 6'4", but maybe like 160 pounds, like really thin. I was like, step right up, come here and try your skill. Welcome to the snail races. This is the most exciting event at the carnival. Step right up, 1 ticket punch each, and you can ride one of these beauties over here. And you turn and look, and I forgot to grab the image for this. So let me do that because they are cool.
This time I get to do the punching.
No, bad idea.
As soon as Miss says that,
Did I
Kevin
miss an
just
event where there was
laughing.
punching?
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Wow.
So as you
I'm
guys
so
come up, he's like, "Wait just a moment, and you too shall have your test." And he sees the snails are like just like moving around very slowly, like getting into position. There's like a team of 3 pixies per snail that come up and just like start tending it, giving it a little food. It looks like they probably just finished a race not too long ago. And it's like, would you all like to try?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
I would like to
Welcome.
roll a snail.
Pinky, it's a rare treat to have you come and join us. Happy to have you aboard.
Pinky!
I want Snail.
You want the pinkest snail?
Yes.
All right, let me grab that for you. There's so many details here.
Ellsworth,
We get a pick?
punch the man.
Can I have the blue one?
All right. It says, sure, you can choose. Pinky, you get Shelly Moo. She's number 1.
Kevis runs up. Is there a green one?
I got the green one.
Is that an orange
yep.
one?
Green.
I'll take the orange one.
Okay, and Zarius. Okay, you want the blue one? That's number 2, Nimblefoot.
Nimblefoot. Nimble, 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 nimble,
I'm gonna look at the pixie near the orange one,
nimblefoot.
and I'll be like, "Do you have any food that I can feed my snail?"
I was like, they like lettuce.
That I don't have any. That's-
And okay, it says, you want the orange one? That's Wizzy. Number 7. Nope, number 6. Sorry. All right, how about the rest of you? We got purple, green, yellow, red, and black left.
So
You can have the green
I
one.
thought he
it's
wanted the
fine.
green one.
I was gonna turn around and after Kevin said that and then heard Eli say green, he'll start walking to the purple one.
Okay, so Kevis, number 3 for you, High Road.
Going to pet my snail.
And it comes over and it kind of like leans into you, and yeah, it's got kind of like a slimy. It's not like a wet slime, but almost like a jello feel to it. Okay. Eli, number 4, Greenleaf. Quickleaf.
Hi.
Nope. Sorry. I really need to learn the names of these things sometime. And last one. Who are we missing? It looks at Moose. Moose. Sure, Moose. Yellow, red, or
Moose.
black?
Black. Give me the black one.
All right,
And
this
I
number 8,
go-
Queen's Majesty.
I walk over to the snail and I say, "Never count your chickens." And I give the snail guidance.
Don't you dare! And he points to a sign. Magic cannot affect the outcome of this game, and you are not allowed to harm any of the snails or any of the jockeys. Besides that, it's free game.
Cavis is just petting his snail the whole time.
Yep.
This is happening.
I'm
Pretty much
going-
same, except for it's more coddling and just wrapping my
Feed-
small
I'm not petting it, not- I'm actually wondering if after I win, if they gonna let me eat it.
The snail?
Eat the snail?
I'm a bird, yeah, damn right.
No!
No, I'm not doing it. I said I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at him like, hey, I wonder if I win this, if they'll let me eat the snail.
I think they will.
All right, okay, guys. So here's the rules of the game. And I'm gonna, because there's so many of us, if I keep track of things, it'll be kind of tedious. So everybody gets to keep track of their own stuff. There will be a series of animal handling checks, DC of 12 per round. The length of the course is 480 feet. If you succeed by that DC check, then you get 10 feet of extra movement. If you exceed it by 5 or more, you get an extra 20 feet of movement. So for a total of plus 20, not a total of 30. And then
Say that again.
Yeah.
Right,
So-
say that one more time.
Okay, so DC 12 animal handling check.
Okay.
If you
Right.
succeed, you'll get an extra 10 feet of movement. If you succeed by 5 or more, the total is 20 extra feet. And the same is reverse. If you fail it, you lose 10 feet off your speed. And then if you fail it by 5 or more, then it's a negative 20, or it's a 20 off of your speed. And we'll just keep going until until
And how
each
many total
round,
feet was it?
or until somebody crosses the finish line.
How many
Okay.
total feet was it?
480 feet. Okay, so
480 feet.
480 feet. All right, so you guys are all getting up, and there's a halfling from the crowd that comes up and sits on it. What's your name, pal? I'm Bud. Hi. Like, all right, Bud, go to Breakneck. He's the red one. Like, and you. And looks at this Simic, or this Simic looking person who has like tall, pale blue skin and like kind of like glider wings, like kind of in between their arms and their torso. And you, what's your name? Sayla. Hi. Like, you're racing. I am. Yes, go. And like the pixies come and like kind of like start escorting her. Like, yep. All right, and you get yellow flower flash number 5.
Ooh, flower flash. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so Sayla and Bud, and with that, all of the slots are filled. All right, now, once again, no magic. This is purely a game of skill. No harming the other contestants. No harming the other snails.
All right.
Besides that, you are welcome to do as you please. All right, now, on your mark. Get set. None of you look ready. Why are you not ready? Like,
Because you haven't said go.
well, then go. And he cracks his whip, and at the end of the whip, there's a loud spark. Sounds like the gunshot, and you guys are able to go. Okay, so everybody, give me an animal handling check, please.
Can I grapple my snail?
Come on, Snaily! Shelly!
Can I attempt
Yes!
to grapple my snail?
Let's go!
Sure. So we'll start with Moose. Roll a grapple check. An 18.
Grab-
Cool.
30.
You successfully grapple the snail. You gotta grab it and like start like hugging its neck, and it doesn't seem to be in pain, but it's extremely confused, and you get 0 movement. All right.
You grappled your own snail?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Zarius, and as with the exception of Moose, as the whip goes off, all of the eye stalks on the snails just like look up, and you guys all feel. And Pinky, you were expecting this because you're aware of how fast these things are, but all of a sudden you guys are all rocked back in your seat, like as your snails start moving at a normal speed of 80 feet per round. They are intensely fast, and they just start going around, just like, and like it like there's wind like blowing back in your hair, and suddenly the crowd cheers and goes wild. And what you thought might be like, oh, it'll be funny to race a slow thing. No, this is on. This is a challenge, and there is energy in the air, and it is go time. Okay, so Pinky, what was your success level? So
21.
Oh, 21. Okay, so that is 100 feet for Pinky.
What?
Zarius.
I got what was it? Let me see, a 9.
A 9. Okay, that is 60 feet for Zarius. Kevis.
15.
15. Okay, flat 90. All right, Eli.
I rolled a 6.
A 6. All right, that is 60 for Eli. And then Locke.
13.
13. Okay, so that is just 80.
90.
Or that is. Oh, yep, 90. Excuse me. It's a DC of 12.
I'm sorry, Morgan. Real quick, you had said if you had failed it, normally it was 10 feet of movement, and then anything 7 or lower was 20, right?
It's a 5 feet or lower, so it's a base speed of 80, and since you failed by more than 5, it only goes 60.
Yeah. But Zarius didn't fail by more than 5.
Yeah, mine was a 9. I only failed by 3.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Thank you. I keep for some reason I was thinking of DC 15. But yeah, you're right. Zarius, you go 70 feet.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Eli.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right, and here we go. Oh, not surprising, Pinky, who is one of our Witchlight hands, seems to be taking the lead. Look at her go. And we've got a variety of speeds up until this point, and then Why are you hugging the snail? This one hasn't moved at all. He's way in last place.
Poor snail's trying its best.
Yep.
Should have just took off on him with him grappling it.
I think Kevis would look over and just start busting out laughing that the snail's not moving at all.
Yep, this is highly amusing to Pinky and Kevis. All right, next round. Here they come around the first bend. And everybody give me your rolls once more, please.
Can I lift the snail now that I have it grappled? If I fly?
Oh my.
Roll a strength check.
I can carry 420 pounds.
Okay. Yep, go ahead and roll a strength check there.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. Okay, so you've got this snail, you start flapping your wings, and its head is just kind of stretching. It's not actually going anywhere. Okay, that one's still doing really weird things. I don't know what's going on over there, but he's not moving, still in last place. Next up we have okay, so Pinky, what was your roll?
Nat 20 for 22.
Nat 20. All right, I'll give you a bonus 20 on that, so you move 120 for 220 feet. Zarius.
What was mine? Hold on. Where'd it go?
14.
14, yeah, I was right.
14. Okay, so another an 80 feet for you for 150. Kevis.
16.
16. Okay, 80 feet, 170 for Kevis. Eli.
10.
10. All right, so 70 feet for Eli, and like as you're going, you're going, and like all of a sudden your snail slows down, and like one side where it has like the rippling flesh that is like scooching itself along the ground, it seems to, you kind of look over because you feel it kind of like dragging, and you look over it, and it's hampered. It seems to be moving slower. Your snail has a stitch. It didn't stretch properly, and you lose 40 feet.
Oh.
Lose 40 feet. Oh no.
Lose 40 feet. Okay, so you've got 100 feet now. Forgot to roll for my NPCs. That is a natural 1 on Bud. That is a 12 on Selah, and she goes for 80 feet for 170, and then for Bud, so that'll be 40 feet, and he is only at 130. His snail also gets a stitch, basically. Locke, how about for you?
20.
20 dirty?
Yep.
Okay, nice. So 190 feet for Locke. All right, and you guys are just going, and Pinky's obviously well trained in this. It's not her first time. You guys, and the wind is rushing by. The crowd is getting into it. Some people are like throwing stuff and like trying to distract the snails, and it is intense. Okay, next round.
I want to point out in Sylvan, Kevis is screaming at Pinky that she's cheating.
There was a reason that I don't come here very often, because people started thinking I was.
Yeah, when I said ringer, he was really yelling that out. Ringer!
Again? Pinky?
Oh my god.
You see this?
Where were those rolls earlier?
Pinky is a snail shark.
I know, right?
She's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. You'll all beat me, no problem. Suck it. All right. So we'll start up at the top. Pinky, another natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay, for 340 feet. You are
Good
at this
grief.
point well in the lead. Zarius.
12.
12. Okay, that is. Oh, brain do math.
80 feet.
That is. Nope. For.
Yes,
Oh
it
yeah,
is
for.
90
No,
feet.
it's 90 feet because even if
90,
you hit
90.
even if you hit the 12, it's 90. Okay, so that's 240 feet for Zarius. Kevis.
8.
8. Okay, that is not less than 5. So that is 70 feet for also 240. Eli.
15.
15. Okay, cool. 15 for a full 190 now. Okay. Selah has a good round, and she gets she starts like whipping, like come on, and she gets the 90. Nope, she gets 100, so she is at 170. She's making up a little ground on her side. And then 70 feet for 70 feet for excuse me, Bud. And then Locke, how about you?
7.
7. Okay, so you as the jockey, you are not doing terribly well, so you lose that is 5 or more, so you're only going 60. However, one of the eye stalks turns to the crowd and like starts as like it's got its attention to him, and like suddenly it's filled with a burst of energy, and it goes an extra 20 feet. For 80, so that is 270. And Moose, what are you doing this time?
Since I can't lift it, I'm gonna just try to push it now.
Okay. Roll your strength check.
It's just gonna take off without you.
Oh yeah, this time I can push it.
Morgan, check
19.
your messages.
Okay.
Yeah, 21 with my plus 2.
I don't see a message.
It's coming through in a second.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so 21. Sure, I'll let you. Yeah, it moves 80 feet. You start to push really hard. It's just like you're like dead mill sprinting, just basically like you're pushing the snail, and it's just like awkwardly like giving in. But for a 21, I'll give you 80 feet. Hans finally gets off the finish. He's pushing the snail. Give him a round. Oh dear.
Healthily.
Okay. Okay. Next round. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Ooh.
Ooh, Eli coming in with a natural 20.
Now here comes where the worst luck is coming through.
Oh yeah, bring it on. Okay, so we'll start back up at the top. Pinky.
That's a 8.
That's an 8. Okay, one moment, please. Okay, so as you guys are going, and everybody's just running around and whatnot, and Pinky's going, and there's like a flash of light that happens right in front of Pinky for a moment, and then it just kind of disappears. And the announcer goes, like, all right, and Wizzy, the orange snail, his rider and the snail are disqualified. The use of magic is not allowed to hamper the game.
Cheater.
As a series of pixies like come in front and like blink themselves red and like start like ushering the snail off to the side. It is now a race of 7. Surprisingly, the big winged fella will not come in 8th place. All right, so number 6, the 8th snail, number 8 is disqualified. All right, Pinky, Shelly Moo, snail number 1. What was your roll?
8, and I'm just like, come on, Shelly, come on, Shelly.
All right, so that's 70, and that is therefore 440. Only 80 feet left. Zarius.
8.
8. Okay, so that is also 70 feet, 310 feet total. Kevis.
19.
19. Okay, so that is 100 feet for 340. Eli.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, so that is 120. And your snail this time surging on with the urge that you give, and he's like, come on, little buddy, we can do this. And you give it like a slight whip with the reins, and like there's a sudden like the crowd erupts at the idea of one of the contestants being completely disqualified, and your snail gets bolstered even further, and you get an extra 20 feet of movement for 140 in a single round, which puts you up at 330 near the second place line. Kevis is ahead of you by about 10 feet. Sayla, I forgot to roll for my NPCs. Both really bad. That is a 2 and a 1. So, Sayla, she goes 60 feet. She is at 230. Bud goes for 40 feet for 110. And then Moose for a 12 it's a different check rating because animal handling on this is easier than pushing the snail. So I'll give you 40 feet for that. So you are currently at 120, which is ridiculous because as you are pushing and like you're using your wings to like flap behind you, and the snail is kind of like, okay, I get the program now. Like, okay, let's go. You are you start to make some progress.
Refresh me on the rules. We can't mess with the snails. We can't mess with the riders, and we can't use magic.
You can't harm the snails or the jockeys, and you can't use magic.
Okay.
Messing with them is allowed.
Okay.
Light is not magic for me.
It's magic, even if it's even if it's
It's innate.
even if it's a natural trait, it's still magic. You just have natural magic.
I don't know about all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Next rounds. Go ahead and give me rolls.
Go.
Oh my god, that was so close.
Goodness. Finish line, here I come.
Oh yeah, we're rolling great here.
Okay. All right. Let's start from the top. Pinky.
17.
17. Okay. And Pinky whizzes by the finish line, ending with an extra 100 feet for a 540. It's so fast that it actually takes a while for the snail to slow down, and like skids in the dirt and flies and sprays the onlookers. And there is a mad eruption from the crowd. And Xerius.
What was that? 7.
7. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that is brain do math. 370 feet total. Kevis.
12.
12. All right, that is 90 feet for 430. Eli.
21.
Another natural. That's a natural 20 for you again, right?
No.
Oh no. Okay, cool. 21. Okay, so that is another 100 feet for 430. You have caught up to Kevis. Wait, I didn't. Yeah, that's right. Sayla, she moves 90. Nope, that's 100 actually. So she's at 330. And Bud, he only goes for 70 this time, so he's at 310. And then Moose with a strength check of 7. Your snail stops and like puts its butt down like begrudgingly. Starts looking at you. Grumpy.
You're like, I could have won this.
Yeah, but it's just like
Don't make me finish my punches on this ride.
the Queen's Majesty is looking at you. You've never been scowled at by a snail before, but you know that this thing is like, you're an idiot. All right, final round to determine the final place winners.
Super quick question. This will probably get me disqualified. But can I? You said I can't harm any of the riders, the snails, or use magic. So can I pull out a torch, light it, wave it around by Eli's snail, not touching him, but attempt to like get it to stop moving and intimidate it to scare it to stop moving?
Yep. Totally can.
Okay, so you want me to roll?
Watching all this go down at the finish line, like, what is happening?
So was that 2 rolls, intimidation and animal handling, Morgan?
Yeah, so animal handling for you and then intimidation against Eli's snail. And we'll say it's kind of a reverse animal handling check. So you're so basically you're okay. I was going to say your intimidation check has to be lower than Eli's handling check.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so we'll start with Xerius.
12.
12. Okay, so Xerius crosses the finish line with 9. Nope. Sorry, not quite. That is 460 feet for Zarius at this point. Kevis, what is your snails check?
20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so that is 100. So you are at 530. So you will finish the race this round, but it depends on how things go. Okay, and then with your natural 1 for intimidation, Eli's snail, the quickleaf, is slightly frightened by it and doesn't want to cower away from it. It swerves to the side and like jolts forward, trying to like run away from what it is working on. He gets an extra 20 feet. And Eli, what is your check?
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah,
Okay. With your attempt to sabotage, you actually, Eli's snail, the quickleaf bolts in front of High Road, and like it's just like running, and like there's a small squeal, like eh! And like it like stretches out its neck and beats you in essentially like a photo finish for second place.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Shayla, and I screwed up my rolls. Ooh, not good. So she's moving. She moves for 60. That's 390 for her. Bud also moves for. Bud moves for 70. For 380. The two crowdsfolk are bringing up the. They're battling themselves. And then Moose, what you got? Another 7?
I haven't rolled, actually. I was thinking about trying to intimidate my snail.
Roll for intimidation check against the snail and describe what you're doing.
Well, at this point, since it's stopped, damn it. Yeah, I would not be real happy with a snail. So I'm either going to say, you're either going to finish this race fast or we're going to fight.
And turns around and looks at you, and its eye stalks kind of like tilt down in like a bring it on kind of manner. And the rider goes, hey, enough, you're disqualified as well. And like a series of pixies like come out and like kind of separates you and the snail so you guys don't get in a fight.
Try to hold me back, you little pixies.
And there's enough of them. There's about 15 of them on you and like 2 on the snail. Because they know how their animal handling is high, but they're doing a combined strength check to push you back, and it's kind of hilarious. There's just like glowing, like 8-inch people like all pushing on you.
They're stronger than Barge.
And Eli sees this and casts Bless.
No, I didn't mean to. No, I was pulling up info. No, I was pulling up info.
Oh, come on.
I didn't cast it. No. I was looking at it.
You already finished the race, so I was hoping you were going to cast Bless on the pixies to like help like push him back.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it. Fine. Yeah, I'll cast Blessed. How about that? Yeah, I'll cast Blessed on the pixies. Yeah. That's fine.
The entire
so like you go out and like flash. There's 3 particular pixies, the ones that look the most burly out of all of them, and they all kind of glow. What does your spell look like?
It is a glowing like I guess like a purple and green around them.
Glowing purple and green, and they start pulsating and like an aura, and they just start to and eventually Barge comes up and kind of like grabs your shoulders and Moose and just pats you on the side.
Stupid snail.
All right. Let me see. Last up, 390, 380, and then Zarius. Sure, let's do one more round. So Zaria, Sayla, and Bud, all of you guys get a roll. Ooh, not good on my side. Okay, so Zarius, with where is it? With 90 feet. Yep, you come in at 550 for 4th place, and then Bud scrapes ahead and beats Sayla for 5th and 6th place, and 7th and 8th are disqualified. All right.
Did you guys see me? I was amazing.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Amazing. Super fun, guys. Good job, everybody.
Kevis is just giving
No,
the
you're a
dirty eye to
winner, but I was
Pinky.
amazing.
And the guy says, Pinky, come back anytime. Show them all who's boss. And come over here to the podium. And he
You're
comes up
really,
and he
really great.
puts Pinky, Kevis, and Eli up on there. And there's a crowd cheer and yeah, woo! And somebody shouts out like, "I love you, Shelly Moo!" Pinky's winning snail, and and Shelly Moo like kind of like as you dismount her like before you got up there like she kind of curls around like she's familiar and friendly with you, and he says, "Add this to your stockpile, Pinky." And he gives you a potion of advantage.
Ooh, nice.
And then he goes over to Moose. Oh no, not Moose. He goes over to Sayla, who came in last and was not disqualified, and gives her a magic wand, and says, "You can cast dancing lights with this one time. Then it'll turn into a tulip." And she's like, "Oh, thank you." And she like wanders off and she like shows her friends like she's all excited. All right, so that was snail racing. And the crowd like as you guys like all depart, there's a bunch of cheering like yeah. Ah! And then like as Moose like walks by, there's a couple of people like boo. Don't fight the snails.
Who said that?
All right. So you guys exit snail racing.
Walk over to Moose and I punch him. I'm like, "What are you thinking? What were you doing?"
I need a shot, and I punch him back.
Whoa!
roll an attack. Roll an
So
attack
is he
roll.
sending them flying? Morgan, while they're doing that, can I take a look again at that figure?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a punch, and like a punch is just kind of like. For 15. Not at the moment. You kind of get off. You kind of look around. You're a little bit jazzed and excited from the competition, and you're looking around. And it's almost like you've been doing something. You're stepping away, and you're like, okay, cool. And your brain like hasn't switched over. You're still kind of like thinking about the mode and the race, and you're looking, and it's like, oh, okay, well, not at
Elvis,
the
what
moment.
are you? Are
Okay.
you still looking for them?
I'm just looking. People watching.
I should actually probably be looking for lost
You
people.
watch people?
I was just about to
This
say,
is
aren't
my
you
job.
supposed to be working?
This entire time, Pinky's just been like on the clock, but not really on the clock.
Yeah.
You're right. I'll start
Feeling
looking
company
around.
time. I'm talking
Okay,
to the
I'll-
manager.
As you guys are looking around, oh shoot! I didn't realize that there were literally booths for like the games that are around. But you guys immediately come out and come face to face with two booths right outside of the ring, and one of them is step right up for the All Mirage ring toss. Outstare a Cyclops. Come on, come test your luck. And there's these two booths here. One's got a big eyeball on the top of it, and the other one is like swooped, like a curled horn with little round spots on it, little rings.
Oh, I'm doing the Cyclops.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna do the Cyclops.
All right, we'll start with the Cyclops. All right, who wants to join in and outstare this Cyclops? And there's just like, there's nothing there. There's no thing to look at. It's just like an empty. Oh, Sorry, let me get the image for this. I should have grabbed these earlier. It is fun. There's basically like next to this booth, there's a little rope ringed section, and there's just like a few pavement stones. And he says, "Step right up. There'll be one ticket punch. Who's doing it? Who's joining in the fun?"
Well, I thought I was going to stare a Cyclops in the eye, but I don't see a Cyclops.
Ah, allow me the punch, and I'll show you the Cyclops.
I give him my
I'll give
ticket.
him a punch.
Same. Kevis is already like immediately handing in his ticket.
Okay. Anybody else on the Cyclops? Okay,
Eli
cool.
will go in. That's fine. Eli will go in. That's fine.
All right, Eli too. Pinky and Moose. Nope.
Yeah, no, I'll be actually doing my job and looking for people now.
Sounds
After
good.
being kind of reminded that, oh, yeah.
Sounds good. So as you come up, and there's this ringed area, and it's kind of large, and this time it's a goblin running this booth, and he snaps his fingers, and 4 illusory Cyclopses appear around you all in like 1 each. Be like, all right, on my count, no blinking. 3, 2, 1, don't blink. And I need everybody to roll a Constitution check for me, please.
Oh.
Okay. Let me see. Locke, Eli, and Kevis. All of you just start looking at it. And looking at it. And at some point, like, your eyes start watering, and it's just the Cyclops illusion, like, staring at you. And then it starts to, like, its eyelid twitches a little bit. And its eye starts to water. You're fighting through. You're like, and then Zarius is like, Zarius blinks first, and his Cyclops disappears. And then the other 3 of you stare and stare and stare, and then kind of at different times, it's like one big eye, blink, 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 and they all disappear. Yeah, congratulations. Happy to have you play. Here, take your prizes. Take your prizes. And the 3 of you win, and I will roll on this table to see what you get. So we'll start with Locke. You get a number 4. A number 4 is a bottle of Witchlight wine. While the bottle is corked, it plays Calliope music until the bottle is emptied while it is uncorked. It plays music. It plays festival music until the wine bottle is empty. And for you, good sir. And he looks next at Eli. You get a glove puppet in the shape of a wizard. As an action, you can use the puppet's arms to cast Minor Illusion. And then after 3 uses, it puffs up into a cloud of smoke. And lastly, for Kevis, you get a wooden wand with 8 charges. As an action, you can expend one of the wand's charges to cast Prestidigitation. And once it's out of charges, it is done. So I'll go ahead and grab these. And I'll put them in the chat for you guys, so you don't have to remember that. Okay, and then are you guys all moving over to the ring toss next?
Yep.
All right, and it says, come back anytime if you want to test your luck against the Cyclops again. Okay. And you guys move over to the ring toss, and he says, "Hey, welcome, welcome. This owl mirage is no mirage. Allow me to show you what it does." And it turns, and there's this little wooden figure looks like a bunny rabbit with gold unicorn horn on it. And it has various locations throughout the table that actually already have rings placed on it. And she snaps her fingers and it goes, and it starts to blink around the table. It's like, you've got 3 tries. Go ahead and give it a toss. See if you can get the ring on the Almiraj. Who's doing this one?
I'll do it.
Kevis.
I'll give it a try.
Okay, Locke's in. Zarius is in. Who else is in?
Me.
Moose.
All right, Moose,
Moose.
Kevis, and Eli. How about you?
No, I'll not do the ring toss.
Not this time. You kind of like come up to it, like, I can't even see.
Correct.
Okay, I need everybody for me to make 3 dexterity checks, please. Okay, so you guys start tossing them out, and like you're like, oh, this will be easy, and you throw one out, and like right before it lands, it goes, and like you keep throwing them, and like, oh gosh, it's harder than it looks. This thing is trippy. They're like little puffs of purplish smoke come up as this thing like starts to scooch all around the place. Okay, so I'll kind of just keep the same order. Zarius, how many, or what was the total, or what were your 3 rolls?
Okay, so let's see. 16, 7, and 15.
Okay, you throw them out, and one of them is, you swear it's like already going over the horn as it goes and disappears. No successes. Next up, Kevis.
19 and 12 and 12.
Okay, you get 1 ring on, and it teleports, and it keeps the ring with it. And every time it kind of moves, it rings, or every time it teleports, the ring kind of like goes around, and it does like kind of a chimey sound, like shing, shing. So 1 success there for Kevis. Eli is not playing. Locke, how about you?
11, 16, and 20.
Okay, miss. Just about there. And then the last one, ring. And Moose.
12, 7, and 17.
All right, miss. That is the DC of 17 is what you guys are aiming for. And the last ring hits for a total of 3, and it starts teleporting all over the place. And the 3 rings that are on it, the whole time. Better luck next time, folks. Gotta get 2 or more to get a prize. Care to test your luck again? Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong Witchley. Hey, there's a lot of accents in this. Better luck next time. Let's do this again, if you care. 1 more chance, now that you know what you're getting into.
Nope.
Not
this
for
is
the
just-
bird.
Kevis is just sitting there, like, intensely just trying to decide.
You know you can do it.
Let's do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, he'll do it finally. Once he
All
hears
right.
Locke.
Not doing
Okay,
it.
Locke and Kevis are in. Moose, how about you, big fella?
Let me think about it, and I'll turn around and real subtly give myself guidance.
All right.
Real
Do we see
subtly.
that?
I'm right behind
Yeah,
him.
because I'm not watching. I'm just looking around. Can I watch, see if I see him do that?
Sure. So, sleight of hand check if you're trying to do it stealthily there, Moose. And then I'll just put that against your passive perceptions.
9.
Everybody sees
9.
it.
Everybody. It's real subtle, especially when Moose, Moose, what do you say to give yourself guidance?
I turn around and say, remember, you can't wear Shellsworth's shell.
And everybody is like, oh, okay, we know what's going on. But Moose feels very sneaky.
Very confident.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, so the 3 of you, he punches your tickets 1 more time. All right, give me some more rolls. And everybody should be tracking their own ticket punches, by the way. And you have 8.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Wow, nice rolls. Well, most.
Ah,
Okay. So what'd we get with Kevis?
24 with a natural 20. 16 and 12.
All right. 16 and 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you throw the ring out, and it actually like goes too far and bounces on one of the rings that it uses for teleportation, and just in a very odd moment of like, what the crap physics, the 2 rings kind of fly up and happen to land on the Amirage at the same time. And the carnival goer's like, oh my, what? Oh wow, I've never seen that before. That was thrilling. So you get 2 successes.
Hey.
And then Moose, with your guidance. I believe that's for
I
the
had
next check, right?
I had a 10, a 9, and an 18, and a +2 to one of those, so I think only one of them succeeds.
Yeah, so you get 1 on. You're like, yeah. And then for Locke.
1.
What?
I think one success.
I just had 1.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, 21.
Comes in and you get 1 ring on there, and he's like, well, for you, young sir, let's get you a prize. And pulls out a packet of pixie dust, which is an actual item that you can look up in D&D Beyond. All right, thank you so much. Come again. We're here all day. We'll be here until we leave. And then kind of switching back over, Pinky, go ahead and roll a perception check for your viewing of random things.
Let's hope this goes good.
All right, 22. Okay, excellent. You're looking around, and yeah, you do happen to find a couple things. It's like, oh man, somebody lost their keys, and
Ooh.
like that's half a sandwich, and
Ooh.
and there's a cap that looks like it has a jellyfish on it. And you're able to pick all those things up and take them to Lost and Found later if you like.
I'll probably just throw that half-eaten sandwich away. I'll
Aw.
take the other 2 things. I mean,
I was really looking for that.
if you want it, I mean.
All right. Cool, guys. We'll go ahead and take a break there, and we'll come back for some more festival shenanigans. And we'll just see you in about 15 minutes or so. All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Is anybody not back yet? Raise your hand if you're absent. That checks out. All right. Cool. And do we have Duke?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll pick back up after you guys play a couple of carnival games and go to the snail races. And Pinky finds a couple of trinkets to return and actually do her day job on.
The one that I've been slacking off on.
Basically, but let's be honest, you have this job because it's a slack off job.
Yeah, true. Fair.
Okay, what are you guys interested in? There's there's more booths, there's more games. You see a couple of things around the corner. Something that you see a big bird in a cage and people are standing around it. You see you see people running around with blindfolds on near the Hall of Illusions as well. And there's lots of other things to do.
Yeah, I nudge Zarius. I'm like, look, see? A bird in a cage. I told you, birds go in cages.
Damn it. I was going to try to get to you before you did that.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, here it comes.
Kevis is just, oh, fuck. He's laughing because how long does that thing last? Till dawn?
All day.
Shit.
All day.
So
You're
he's been
gonna have a
laughing
good
then the whole time.
What kind of birds are there in these cages anyway?
Sure. So we'll say that it's right around here, a little bit further over, and it's roll a nature check for me.
Where are you at?
What was the total there?
11.
An 11. You're not sure. This is a freaky looking bird.
Can I roll for it?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea. But this is what it looks like. You see people standing around, like, you know, counting on their fingers and whatnot, and it's this large bird, almost ostrich-like in its setup, like an upright type of bird, and it's got almost like bat dragon-like wings, a very like swoopy body, and just kind of like wicked-looking face and feathers. It looks horrible and terrifying, but it also looks reasonably calm.
Where did you post that at? I didn't see it.
It just came
images.
through.
Right here, I just put it in. This time it's a dwarf. The broad up and count the number of feathers on the cockatrice. If you get it right, then you get a prize. That's simple, folks. Come on in. Who wants to play?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot with this
Yeah,
weird looking bird that I ain't
It's
never
over
seen
here,
or
and you
heard
guys, as you guys are kind of walking down, you see like a mine cart to your right as you're kind of walking it. And the crazy thing is it goes around, and then it like goes into a cave, and then it just vanishes. And then comes out the other side in the cave, like with a wall that should be only about 10 feet thick on both sides. Looks like the carts go directly into it, like straight on. And as you're walking, you hear a little bit of chatter. Be like, "Oh my God, did you hear about the thing? What? What are you talking about? Oh, Palasha the mermaid? Oh, she ran away. Nobody knows where she is right now. Oh, I was really looking forward to hearing her perform at the Big Top. I know. What are they gonna do without her? I don't know." And their chatter kind of continues on. And you guys come up and start looking at the bird in the cage. It's like, one, before you start counting, one ticket each, one ticket punch each, please, if you will.
Eli,
Who's doing?
from
Who's going to?
Would Eli, from the stories you've read, know about a cockatrice?
Roll a history check.
I was going to say, would I know about it?
Not with your nature check.
Okay, so I thought.
Nope.
Yeah.
Locke. Yeah, you know about cockatrice. They are typically very violent birds.
Yes, they are.
And they have a bite that can turn people to stone.
Does this one look agitated?
It looks kind of it looks like, yeah, it does look agitated, like you're like, okay, it's probably used to being in the cage for this purpose, but It doesn't seem to be terribly happy about it.
Can I make like a perception check to see how many feathers are on this thing?
Yep. So who's playing the game?
Sure, why not?
So Pinky's playing. Locke is playing. Anybody else?
I'm playing.
Eli will play.
Sure.
Okay.
It's perception, I'll do it.
Okay. Anybody
Let's
not
go!
playing? Moose, you in?
Can I have Shellsworth play for me?
Yeah, sure. Shellsworth has ticket punches. Do we have-
Shellsworth, get in there. I'm not gonna do this math stuff.
As you wish, sir. And the kind of old turtle like kind of walks up. Okay, so everybody take a punch off your card. Troy, I'll have you keep track of punches for your followers as well. So this will be Shellsworth's first or second punch, I think. Let's say. No, I don't think he's done anything.
I don't think any of them have done any of that. I think it's just
Yeah.
Moose.
Yeah, so this is his first punch. Okay, so everybody give me an intelligence check as you guys are like trying to figure out how many feathers
An
are on the bird.
intelligence?
Intelligence, yep. You have 3
This
guesses.
is not what
so-
we were hoping for.
So go ahead and intelligence. So everybody roll three intelligence checks for me. If you guys haven't noticed yet, there's one game for each stat type.
All right, slightly better. It's like my brain's warming up.
Should I just do a straight D20 for Shellsworth there or something?
Brain is definitely not warmed up at all.
Sure, yeah, just a straight D20 because we'll give Shellsworth a commoner stat block, which is just like he's got 10s across the board for stats. Okay, cool. What was everybody's first roll?
16.
Okay,
5.
6.
6,
7.
5, 7, 2,
3.
3. Wow,
None of
that
us
was
were ready
really
for
bad,
that.
guys.
None of us are very smart.
Hey, speak for yourselves.
Yeah,
All right,
you're
so
you're all right.
just for fun, what are your guesses?
57.
Feathers on a cockatrice.
Yep.
I would say something like 110.
Okay.
115.
We're gonna
All right,
say
every
with a
time-
roll of 5. I'm gonna say like 12.
12. Every time you get
172.
Every time you guys say something, he's like, nope, still wrong. Still, whoa, that was way off. Are you even trying? Nobody gets it on the first round. Okay, second round, what did everybody get?
Let me say,
A 10.
5.
14.
14.
15.
18.
9.
9. Okay. Eli, what is your new guess?
New guess. I'm gonna say 93.
Hey, 93, spot on. All right, lad, come here. All right, and anybody else who got an 18 or above on the third round, you also succeed on guessing 93.
So, not me with my
Yeah,
5.
one game.
Kevin just steps back.
Oh, that good solid 7 there.
Shellsworth did it on the third round there with 19.
Nice.
I'll just
Okay.
I'll just stick to finding things on the ground.
You're like, I'll go back to my day job. Okay, Eli, you get a magic prize, a single application of magic face paint. As an action, you can apply the face paint to yourself or another creature. The recipient gains the benefit of Disguise Self spell that lasts for 1 hour or until the recipient chooses to end the effect.
Nice.
Yep, and then
Right.
Shellsworth gets a packet of pixie dust. which I assume he's just like, your prize, sir. As he hands it back to Moose. Anybody else get above an 18?
No.
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Come back. Don't you dare tell anybody the count. Mostly because it changes.
Oh.
And there's like 3 more feathers that grow on his back, and then like a few that like disappear from his head. So don't tell. Okay.
We gotta find the charisma one.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Could we go with like a dexterity? Because really good.
Yeah, if you guys want to,
Yeah,
if
I'm
you guys
with
want to
that.
roam around. I mean, Pinky knows where all the games are.
Can I make a perception check for the figure again?
Yeah.
Sure.
I need to do my job. Can I make a perception check too?
Yep, perception
So-
check for you both.
Still processing the feathers.
Feathers.
It's like how could they change like that?
This whole like easily amused thing is like really throwing your mind off today. All right. Yeah, Pinky, you find a shoe.
I'm fine
Like,
with
who wa-
one better.
Who walks around with one shoe on and doesn't notice?
What
It's not even a kid's shoe. It's like an adult shoe. Yep. Okay. So the dexterity game is the one that you didn't play, Pinky, which was the Almirage ring toss.
We have to go back.
Yeah, we can go back. Then wisdom is catch the dragon by the tail. Charisma is the
I
gnome
want that.
poetry contest.
Oh, let's go do that. Where's that?
Strength is goblin wrestling. Intelligence is guess the number of feathers, and constitution is outstare the Cyclops.
Okay, so we did Constitution, Dexterity, and our Intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
We have Wisdom, which is
Wisdom is catch the dragon by the tail.
Dragon
yeah.
by the Tail. And then we have Strength, which is weird wrestling, and then Charisma, Poetry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Where would you guys like to go?
Poetry.
Poetry. Gnome poetry. Excellent. Cool. Just for the sake of brevity, we'll just kind of say like this lower end of the festival is where like all the carnival games are, and it's more like food and accessories and stuff up top. Cool. So you go and you see the location for gnome poetry contest, and you see this kind of stuck up looking small gnome. Welcome, to the poetry contest. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Maxine, and I shall be your opponent today. Who shall be going up against me? Who is my newest victim?
Do I have an okay
Moose.
Charisma?
Me.
Moose.
Okay, Moose is in.
I will try my hand at this.
Okay, Pinky's in. Pinky, by the way, you don't have a ticket. None of these things cost you punches or anything.
Oh, I know. I'm free for all for me.
Yep, exactly.
I'm not even doing my job.
That's okay. Everybody knows that. Like everybody like jumps in from time to time. Where am I?
I pat Pinky on the head and say, "Try counting sheep," and give her guidance.
Nice. Okay, sounds good. So there's nothing in here, and I'm not necessarily a poet, so we're just gonna go with the roles here. So you guys get up on stage and one by one start doing these poetry lyrics and like contesting against the gnome, and he's pretty good. And he's just like able to sputter things off like right off the tip of his tongue and be like, "Oh, you want to talk about a cat? I can talk about a cat," and like just comes up with something on the spot. Okay, so it's a best of 5 contest. Who is first?
Eli would like to go first.
Oh, you can go. I'll save my guidance.
Yes.
Okay. Eli, roll 5 times a charisma check for me, or a performance check.
Oh,
Performance.
okay.
Okay. All right, it's tied at 2-2. Ooh, just missed it. It is a DC of 15. And you got 2 successes. You got 2 successes, and then the last one was 1 short. And afterwards, he's like, "Oh, very well done, small green one. But you'll have to do better than that to keep up with me. Next, bring them in."
I'll go next, and I'd like to do all my poetry in Thieves' Cant.
In Thieves' Cant. Okay. By the way, this does cost a punch for anybody who's doing it, except Pinky. Okay, so you do have 1 round of guidance from Al. So you can use that or not from Al, from Moose. Sorry, that's his character from the other game. And so he's okay. So best of 5. So go ahead and roll. Your DC is 15. You can add a plus. Is it a +2 or is it a D4? Moose?
It's a D4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a D4.
Okay. So go ahead and roll there, Pinky. Best of 5. Okay. Failure. Thieves' Cant doesn't quite roll off the tongue properly as in poetic.
All right, I'll
context.
go back to normal. Maybe I'll have better luck.
Better luck, but not quite. He's still just kind of.
How do I add the?
Just roll a d4,
Yeah, just add a D4 and add
and
whatever
you get it because 1 will.
Yeah. But
So
just
that's
roll
a
it
success.
just for fun.
That's a 1.
Cool. Okay, so
That's
15 is like, oh, okay, very well. Now, what do you think of this? And like he goes into the next thing. Like, ooh, so close, so close.
So close, but not close enough.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't even like how this gnome looks, let alone his
Yeah, he looks like a
personality.
dick.
Wait, I'm doing charisma checks. Wait, this is kind of awkward.
You should be
Is-
it should be performance checks.
Do I need to re-roll all of these because they were all
Uh,
charisma?
What are you plus?
What do you, yeah, what do you
I
have
think-
on your performance?
And let's see.
Pulling you
My
up.
performance is
Is +5.
5,
Yeah,
plus
you
5.
were okay. So you haven't used your
Guidance yet.
you haven't used your guidance yet because you essentially get a +2 to those 14s that you've got. So you've got 2 successes, 1 failure at this moment. You still
Okay.
have guidance.
now I'm gonna roll with the right one.
Yep. Ooh, it was so close. Nope. Okay, so potential tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
There we go. It's like, Pinky.
There you go.
Next time I will get you, but today you are the
Yay.
winner. Here you go.
You
And he
almost got me though. You almost got me.
Yep. And surprisingly, there's a list of 8 prizes that you can win from these games. I have not rolled the same one twice. You get a replica unicorn horn filled with candy,
Okay.
and and at a flourish, all the candy turns pink, like just for you. All
Happily
right.
away.
All right.
Do you want
Lock.
to go next, or do you want me to?
Oh, I'm not going. I'm not going.
Oh no, no, I said Moose.
Oh,
Moose.
I'm going.
Did you want to go next, or do you want me to go?
After you, sir.
All right.
Alrighty, best of 4 or best of 5? Ooh, not quite.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. All right. Good luck on the next 3.
You got this.
No.
Nah, it's quiet, and he did not have guidance.
No, he
Oh, 3 for 3 to 0. Next time, come back again.
Makes me want to punch him.
Dude,
And what about you, big man? And he says it with a bit of disdain in his voice. What you got? As he looks up at Moose.
Moose.
That will take you nowhere in this contest.
can I try to distract the gnome in some way, to throw him off?
For us.
Sure, make your own performance check.
Too late.
Yeah, kind of too late.
Those are the worst
Already
rolls.
lost.
His rolls are and as he kind of like finishes destroying Moose, it's like, what did you say about my mother?
Oh,
Why is that the roll I get for the stat I suck with?
Yep. All right, anybody else doing this one?
Moose is ready to wrestle something now. I'll wrestle anything that I can get a punch for.
I've got one punch
Pinky,
left.
you know there's a goblin wrestling a challenge as well.
I think the goblin wrestling arena would be best for you then.
I'm out of
Would
punches.
anyone else?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are out of punches. Well,
got one left.
we're right next to the ticket booth if you want to go get some.
There's
I
8
don't.
punches, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can
I still have 3.
it is possible to get more tickets.
For a price, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Well, they originally quoted you 8 silver up front.
I got one left, so I'm good.
And there's some signs like up and around, be like, run out of punches, no problem, just buy a new ticket. Okay, you guys go into the goblin wrestling. Okay, it's this
let's
tent
do
here
goblin
with like a little bit more space and like the large towers and whatnot. Alrighty.
Get him, Moose!
Moose!
Moose, is Shell worth taking bets on this?
Are you going to bet on the
should be.
goblin?
Are we betting on Moose?
Or no, are we just, is he taking bets? Before we go in, are
You
we going to
better
do it? Alright.
Ellsworth, do your job.
I want to see the contestants before I bet on anything.
I'm kind of at that point
Okay,
too.
so you guys walk in, and here I'll just display this guy. You see kind of some goblins, not like dressed up in like armor like that. They're like all in like one of them has like a luchador mask on, and like one of them is just like wearing like bright pink like speedo. And like oh dear, for your size, you'll have to wrestle 2 of them. But you have to pin one down, and then you'll get your prize. Are you in for it? And like you look like you're in for it.
I say, time is money, and I pat my chest and give myself guidance.
Nice. All right. So it is a contested strength check, and
I'm gonna do
I
this
get to roll it for advantage because I have 2 goblins.
Want to put 5 gold on the 2 goblins.
All right.
I'm putting 2 gold on that pink speedo one.
Okay. Okay, you guys ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, roll off. And I get advantage. Ooh, my advantage is a 16. So Moose walks in there. He's like, no worries, I got this. And then suddenly, like, as soon as his foot enters the ring, they both rush him. And then grab him and pull him down. And the pink speedo one, like, grabs his wings and, like, grabs and, like, knocks his head. And the other one, like, goes in, like, just a full, like, body crunch over his legs and, like, pins him down. And he is not prepared. And, yep, and it's just like, and the one facilitating is 1, 2, 3. He's pinned. The big man is down. Goblins supreme.
Moose, I am so disappointed.
You and me both.
Tavis is just laughing.
So
Constantly.
I was just gonna say that. So am I. I'm just laughing.
Yep. Like,
I'm not ready to punch something.
would you care to go again? More wrestling, perhaps?
I'm gonna jump in the ring.
All right. We have a contestant with the bird. All right, two goblins once more, and this time, like, you're prepared for them. Like, you're looking at them, like, so they don't have a chance to like spring on you. Punch a ticket there, and
Yep.
then athletics check.
Oh.
19. With my advantage, I got
I have 21 total.
an 8. Okay, so Zarius, describe your wrestling moves.
So he jumps in the ring. As soon as they move forward, he flies forward really fast and then just slams down with both of his talons, one on each of them, and just stands on them.
Gotcha. They're lunging forward, and you take that moment to kind of like slip in the air, just like, and like and they're like trying to get up, and like you've hit them like pretty precisely, like in the middle, like just where their center of gravity has no power. Like and they tap out, and there's a few people in the room. It's like, oh my, who would have thought, the big, like that bird, oh my gosh, he was fast. Apparently that is key. This is not about strength, this is about speed. And they're like walking out and like making dumb comments. So you get a roll on the table as well. Whoops. Where did that go? I don't know. I lost a dice. I'll find it with my foot later, most likely. To add to your hyper sugar rush, you get a replica unicorn horn filled with candy.
Oh god.
Yes, it's what I wanted.
Nice.
After seeing the bird pin 2 goblins, I want to go and wrestle my goblin friends.
Nice. Okay.
I'm just gonna
I've
pull
got
Pelvis
10 gold
over.
on the goblin.
I need to look up betting mechanics, especially because like I don't know where, like I don't have any PCs like betting or NPCs betting against you guys. You guys are just like betting amongst yourselves, and there's no like counter betting, so it's just like
feel like-
one-sided bet. Okay, well there's no
Like, I got
consequence.
They
Five
hand the
gold
gold, and
pieces.
if they win, they just get it right back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thanks.
Moose doesn't really know the difference. He thinks that's pretty much just how this works. as long as Shelworth does that, then he thinks he's betting. He's happy.
Yeah. Okay. So Eli, contested roll off. Oh, and the one who's not wearing the pink Speedo steps out of the ring. It is a one-on-one contest because you are a small creature. Okay, ready?
Relatable.
Do it.
And- athletics check.
Athletics. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's a -3. Oh my gosh.
I thought your strength wasn't good.
So I have a -1 on my goblin stats. And this is what I rolled. I rolled a 3. And I still win with a dirty 2.
This is so unfortunate.
Okay, as soon as you guys get in there, you start like looking around each other, and Eli, you lunge and you trip on your chainmail skirt and just kind of fall to the ground. And the other guy, like, he trips over you, and like it's not even like a good contest. It's just like this awkward like flopping like and rolling system, and then like somehow like the other guy like kind of gets like, he looks like he's pinned, but he's actually on top of you, but like his body is contorted, and then you just can't move anymore.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
At this point, Kevis is crying from laughing so hard.
Right. All right. Anybody else want to do goblin wrestling? All right. And sorry, guys, real quick. Pinky, have you participated in any games yet? I don't think so.
I
Or did you do the feathers?
participated in the
Snail racing.
Snail race.
snail race.
No racing.
Oh, right.
As
Just these
well
little
as-
games.
Oh, the
She did one after
poetry.
that, too.
Oh, that's right. You did poetry too.
Yeah, and
And
Um,
the
she won both of the
game.
ones that she did.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Do you guys want to go off to some more games? You
Yeah, I
have
want to do the
not
one with the
Dragon.
dragon.
done.
fly.
Yeah,
I
we'll do
want to
the
catch
dragon.
a dragon.
I
Yeah.
make another perception check
For stuff on the ground. Or
for people, sketchy people now,
Can I do
Oh,
mine
sketchy
as
and
people.
well?
No.
looking for people who look a little out of place.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception checks for you two, Kevis.
Wouldn't be the bird that we're with.
Oh
That's
my
not out
God.
of place.
Oh,
Yes.
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 So much yes. We're literally getting nowhere.
If you would
At
have
all.
let me
I'm
confront them in the
looking around a whole
beginning, this
bunch,
wouldn't have
so I'm gonna-
happened.
I'm gonna
These
roll
these
it too.
two, by the time you guys are walking out of the goblin wrestling tent, they are both like giggle sick. They cannot handle what they've been seeing. They're both affected by that. Like they find things easily amusing, and like they actually like fall on the ground. Their abs are just like aching and hurting, and Pinky like falls out of the air and like onto her butt with a little pink poof of like pixie dust, and like they're laughing. Their tears are streaming down their face, and they are just like slapping the ground. They can't breathe. They are just like hysteric with laughter. And you guys aren't even near that little doll that casts Tasha's hideous laughter, but it's basically the same effect.
Morgan,
You
am I
guys-
aware
You guys
of
can't
like
see shit.
what's making me like this?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're like you can trace it back to be like, oh man, that tree did something.
I want to
Tree did
slightly under my breath start cursing at it as I'm laughing.
I
Yep.
find this even more amusing.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So,
Through last, though, I will say to Kelvis, do you have, a while back I heard some people talking about Paulus, and all of us were there at the
Palasha, by the way.
Palasha.
Hmm.
Paula will be my nickname for all of them because all of us were there at the Silver Song Lake, and I was just wondering if you would help me find her.
That's the mermaid, right? This is out again.
Yes.
Okay. After I wiping my tears and getting up
I'm just really funny, so
and doing that like that motion of like you're trying to catch your breath, but you keep every once in a while like laughing and you're not getting anywhere. Through that, I will say that was the mermaid that the hacklers
yes.
chased off, correct? Yeah, for sure. And again, while I'm saying this, I'm still
Yeah,
trying to catch my breath.
It's just that she does have an event at the big top that it kind of will throw things off if we don't like figure out what's wrong with her and if she's okay.
Yeah, for sure. And at this point, I think I'd start to catch my breath.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so down back here by the mystery mine, there's like a kind of red tent with like curls on it with like some stripes and stuff. That is the dragon catching tent. If you guys want to go kind of complete the last mini game.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
sure.
I love watching all the little figures go across the map. Yeah, exactly. Scuttle, 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 scuttle. Okay, this time you come up and you see sitting in front of this tent, there's a rather large Goliath, incredibly muscular, dark skin with like dark patterns like streaked over their face, just like almost like military like cut hair, and sitting in a chair, and it's a woman, very muscular, short-haired woman, and she says, "Welcome to the dragon catching. Do you want to try?"
I want to
And she's got little tiny fairy dragons like perched all over her, and it's kind of hilarious to see this like hulking individual like, look at my little friend. Isn't this one so cute?
walk
Line
over.
over to Moose. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna walk over to you and make the
Oh.
comment. Well, you want to punch someone? Why don't you punch her?
I was literally going to lean over to Moose. I was like, if anyone to punch in this whole place, it's going to be the Goliath. You should punch the Goliath.
I punched the Goliath.
Kevin just walks
Go
away.
first.
He
Don't
has
just
no
punch
part
her.
in this.
you walking over there?
I didn't tell Moose. I told the little guy.
The crown.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Roll damage. Okay, 5 bludgeoning damage. You come up and just like, what are you talking about, punching? And like as the blow comes in, like all the little fairy dragons just skitter off and like fly into the tent. And she looks back at you. There's a little bit of like blood. It's kind of like a dark, dirty looking red color. She kind of wipes it off. Oh, we don't have this sort of game here yet, but I'm down. And she gets up and she kind of like rolls her shoulders and cracks her knuckles. Like, all right, best of 5, yes?
Wait! I just want to go into
Punch in the carnival.
I just want to do the dragon.
Fight.
Pinky, don't worry about that. This is fine. This will be an impromptu boxing match. Come and see, one and all. It costs you a
Okay.
ticket punch.
3 gold on the
Last punch.
Putting 3 gold on my witchlight hand friend.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Shellsworth is like, I know, sir, I know. And it goes around and starts talking to like all the audience members and whatnot. Cool. So this will be a best of 5 athletics check, basically. So we'll both just do contested athletics checks to see like the boxing, like the dodge and the bob and weave, like who hits who. First 1 to 3 hits is the winner. Cool. All right. Are you ready, Black Eyes? I'll give you some more.
I swing.
All right.
No talking, just swing.
She sees it coming this time. She kind of parries it around, like I said. She pops you in the eye. You're with an 18. You're probably gonna have a black eye around your black eye.
Nice.
All right, that was
Hearing.
good. Next.
Smoke him to the ground.
Ooh. She has a +3 on her athletics. Only a +2 for you, but you rolled the same. So she got a 12. And she gives you a slight uppercut. It makes her teeth clack together and like rings your head for a moment. All right, 1 more, and it is for me. Yes.
Yes.
Better.
All right. She swings, and this time you duck under it and like get her twice in like the belly area. And she kind of like pushes you off. You're like, oh, okay, going down. Oh, I see how it is. All right. I got an 11 for my last one. So you go in and she does a full counter. So like as it comes in, she slips your punch over her shoulder, kind of glances off her back, and she uses your weight to add to her power. Just boom, straight in the nose, and you go back on your back. And you're just sitting there and dizzy, and like you see stars, and you see fairy dragons like circling you. You're not entirely sure if it's real.
I think I caught the dragons, guys.
Pinky's just
Like-
cheering.
Yeah.
I knew you could do it!
Thank you, Pinky. And she like kind of pats you on the head as you're flying, and every time she does, it, like makes you sink down in the air. Like, thank you, Pinky. I haven't had a fight like that in a while. Now let's talk dragons, yeah.
What we were here for before my friend here so kindly punched you.
I'll have to talk to Mr. Light, see if he wants to do that moving forward. Come on. And somebody drag him in. And Barge comes over and like gets your feet and just like starts pulling you. And you're conscious, but you're just like, I'm gonna lay here. So you guys come in and she's like, hello, my pretties. come back to me. And it's like a dozen or so fairy dragons of a variety of sources. And here, let me get you a picture of fairy dragon. But they come in and it's like if you've ever been into a birdhouse, like a aviary or something, there's little perches and whatnot, and food like kind of piled up for everything. And it's very similar here. While fairy dragons are they have intelligence, but these ones seem to be just more and you can see intelligence. You can see them actually having conversations with one another, and it's like friends rather than pets. And you see them all over the place. Okay, so here's the game, yeah. So you put on this blindfold, and she grabs one and this, like, she holds it up, and it's like tiny in her hands, but it's like appropriate sized for like the rest of you. And she. Let me throw this in here. See a bunch of these sorts of things roaming around. And I'll put in a few of them because there's a whole variety in here.
Oh, is there any that are pink though?
Yep, there's some pink ones. Mostly though, like they're not solid colors. They have, each one of them kind of has a kaleidoscope, a set of things going on. Okay, you put this blindfold on, and we'll choose one dragon. It will connect with you, yes, and then you try to catch the dragon as it flies around the room, and you have to, see if you can grab it.
I want to catch a dragon.
Are there rules? What are the rules to this game?
Catch the dragon.
Just catch the dragon by any means?
No peeking.
Oh,
Can
I
I
don't
keep-
need a peek.
Can I keep it as a pet once I catch it?
No, they are my friends. Don't take my friends.
That's fine.
Yep. Okay, so who is going to play?
I will play.
Like,
I will.
I will
Morgan,
play.
quick question: these dragons, are they fey?
They are fair.
So, I'll ask when we get further in. Yeah, I'll play.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Kevis, Pinky, Eli, anybody else?
Moose is gonna play, but he's out of punches, so I'm gonna take Barge's ticket since he's not using it, and just like, Barge, give me this.
and he's,
Yeah, no, I'm playing too.
and he takes it out and he goes to hand it over, and as you two are like trying to exchange it, like it won't come out of his hands. And at first
Barge,
you're
do you
thinking,
want to play?
and if and he kind of he looks around and he looks to the rat, and he kind of touches it, and he's like, no, and you think he's holding on to the ticket really tightly.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you can share tickets.
Okay, Shellsworth, give me your ticket.
I'm like, yes, sir. And he goes to hand it over, and like it's stuck. He can't. It's the same thing. He cannot release it. He's like, sir, I apologize. I am unable to release it from my grasp.
Fine, if you guys don't want me to catch a dragon thing, I won't catch it.
Well, perhaps we just need another ticket, sir. Let us go buy one. We will be right back.
Oh, yeah, send Natasha.
And she's just like, sure. So it looks like there's magic attached to these. We can't exchange tickets. Can I buy one for him and bring it back? And he looks at the Goliath woman. He's like, no, you cannot purchase anything except for yourself. There is magic that connects you immediately upon purchase. So you have to be there yourself. I will wait here if you want to go. It is very fast. It's just around the corner.
Yeah, go get one. Go get one.
I dash there flying.
You see Moose go. I'm like, whoa. Anybody else going with to go purchase another ticket?
Yeah, Eli will go.
Okay, sounds good.
But I want to like grab onto Moose and like hold onto his leg as he's flying.
That slows
Moose,
flight
Moose, do you
down
resist?
significantly.
No, I say, let's go.
Let's go.
Yay.
Eli, you've never moved this fast in your life.
No, I have not.
All right, so you guys go. Anybody else going for a ticket?
No, I still got punches on mine, so I'm good.
Okay, cool. So we'll skip over there to the ticket booth, and you see there's a separate ticket booth, one for initial entry, and then there's one for like re-upping, like secondary and forward tickets. And you see what you kind of expect is that it looks like the exact same goblin, and you like look over. And like that goblin's still talking to like new customers as they're coming in. You kind of look back to this one, and it looks the exact same. Ah, what do you want? Do you want another ticket? You ran out? Did you have fun? Who are you? Why are you here?
I like the punching game the best, but I'm gonna try the dragon catching one. I need another ticket.
Punching? Who did you punch?
Yeah, you fight the Goliaths.
Oh. Yeah, she's not supposed to do that. Oh well. Yeah, so that'll be 8 silver if you've got it.
Yeah, I'll get his too.
Okay. And Moose, you reach into your pockets and like go to pull out money, and you don't have any. Shellsworth has all your money.
Okay, I'll get his ticket, I guess.
Like,
what a great gesture. Appreciate it, I guess.
as he like turns his pockets inside out, be like, we can always work on an exchange if you want as well.
I do have, well, I don't have my animal balloon on me either, I guess. Never mind.
Is the 3 companions that were with Moose still with us? Or are they
Yeah,
following?
they're like, he went too fast. They're like, I suppose he'll come back.
I want to look at him and be like, aren't you supposed to be with him? Was he going to need you? And that's just to all 3 of them.
Well, sir, I'm a turtle. And he has wings.
Okay. I look at
So
Natasha.
sometimes I just have to hope he comes back.
I look at is it Natasha's the rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
I look at her and I'm like, you're a rabbit.
And she goes and lays down on like a nearby bench, and she just kind of like puts her feet out, and she's like, times like this are one of my only moments of sanity. I relish them. I am not going after him.
After that, I'm just gonna I want to make the comment and be like, well, you never heard the story of the turtle and the hare, and just walk away.
Yep.
Out of my curiosity, how did you guys come to serve Moose?
Oh, Moose is part of the Mirrodin family, and we have been indentured servants and hired help for the family for many years. And Master Moose is the current man of the household, and it is our duty and our jobs to serve him as he needs, which usually means we try to keep him out of trouble as best we can.
Yeah.
But
Very good
Natasha
at
is
it.
right. Some moments we just say fuck it.
Understandable. You guys deserve a raise.
We have told him so repeatedly. And his mother, and neither of them listen. Okay, so back to the ticket booth. Eli and Moose, you guys are still there, and are you paying for the ticket, or he did mention like an exchange if you didn't want to pay money?
That was you asking me or Moose?
I'm asking both of you because you guys are both there, like talking to the goblin.
Well, Moose, do you have anything you want to exchange? You want me to just give you some silver?
Well, I mean, Shellsworth can pay you back, but now I'm interested in what else you'll take.
I will take something from you temporarily. Like for you. Let me see. And it's more of a condition up for your stay. So for you, big man, you must greet all trees with great reverence while you are here today. And for you,
Done.
little man, you must carry around a small pumpkin, and he like puts this pumpkin on the counter. You must carry around this small pumpkin as if it were a precious egg. And with that, I will exchange 2 tickets for you.
He did so well with the child.
I know, right? You just awkwardly like.
I so want you to take that.
I'm just gonna hand him the silver like around the pumpkin. I don't even want to touch the pumpkin.
As you wish. And you, the
I go-
trees?
I go over to the first birch tree that I see and say, "Good day to you, Sir Birch."
Excellent. Now come here and shake my hand. And as you do, there's a little bit of like swirling magic, and he's like, "All right, for the rest of the day, that is your thing." And he's like, "Here's your ticket, and here's yours. Now take my pumpkin back." Kind of glares at you as he does. All right, farewell. Next.
I wanna hop on Moose's back and getting ready to take off.
It takes a moment. It's kind of like you have to like reach down, grab your own leg, and like hike it up at one point. And, like you get on him.
Watch
All right.
my black fairy wings back there.
Yeah, all right, so you guys are able to come back, and Moose comes back down, and yep, you guys are back. Moose is like, "All right, let's do this," and like one of his fairy wings is like crumpled. He doesn't know.
Finally. Been bouncing up and down the whole time, very impatiently.
Yeah. Zarius is like
Flittering about.
Zarius is looking like he can't stand it anymore. Oh, welcome. Let's do this. Yeah. Come in.
Yes.
Okay. So who is everybody playing?
Yes.
All right. All right. Now choose your dragon. And there's a variety of them throughout the room.
The pinkest dragon I can find.
It's the one that's yellow and blue.
All right, yellow and blue, pink. How about for the rest of you?
I want to
Is
look
there a
at.
black one?
Oh,
Black.
There is one that is like more black on like almost looks like slicked back hair with like slight like green and yellow like pointed face.
Yes, that one.
is there
Red.
Red? Yeah, there's one that just looks like a tiny red dragon.
No.
Is there like a purple or a greenish one?
Yep, there's one that's purple and kind of purple from its like waist down and green from its like waist up with kind of rounded wings and then like kind of a spikier tail.
Yes. That one.
Okay, Locke, how about you?
I'm not in.
You're not in. Okay, Locke is out on this one. Okay. All right. So once again, it is a set of 3. Whoops. It is a set of 3 perception checks. And yep, you get 3 chances to try to catch your dragon.
Super quick question,
Yes.
Morgan.
Mhm.
With the background I have, could that help me any?
Looking up Kevis's background because I don't remember the.
It probably won't, but Curious.
Perhaps.
So I don't understand how you're going to catch a bird if you can't even see things that's in the locket.
Yep. All right, and blindfolds down, no peeking. Ready, begin. So everybody that is playing, go ahead and give me a perception roll 3 times. Ooh, Pinky, right off the bat with high rolls. Okay, seeing. Okay, getting a variety here. I love that when you guys all roll, the screen just fills up with like rainbow dice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so first one, what was everybody's rolls?
23.
23, all right.
The first one.
10.
10, okay, first rolls for everybody else?
1 second, I'm trying to find it.
Oops.
Right there, 13. Where the hell is it? So the first one was 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then 13.
1.
Okay, Moose. As Moose, you come in there, you are thinking 2 things. 1, I have to treat all trees with respect. Number 2, I really want to punch the Goliath again. And you're not even paying attention to the fairy dragon at this point. Okay, so Pinky with 23 starts buzzing around and using your innate power to sense all things pink. You grab
Boom!
it. You grab it right there, and then you like open your hand, and it just kind of like swirls around and like cuddles and like curls around your neck. You are also familiar with this particular pink dragon.
I just like
And
giggle and like run out with it.
Yeah.
Look, I got it.
Pinky, bring that one back.
No, it's mine now.
No, Chanel stays with me. We have this conversation every time.
So cute.
All right, Pinky, you get a. Ooh, this is fun. I haven't done this part yet. You get a trinket. And I'm trying to remember where the trinkets are listed. Sorry. This one hasn't come up yet, so I didn't have it prepared. Okay, anybody else get a high roll on the first round? Okay, second round, what did everybody get?
16.
13.
16, okay. 13, 12,
10.
10. Nope, not on this one. Okay, next round.
13.
16 is not quite high enough.
23.
23. Okay. So it takes you a minute, and with your understanding of how Fae tend to work, you just wait for them to kind of come in and tease you, and then flitter away. And you expect that pattern. And you're able to kind of keep track of it, and you too just you get the dragon as well. So for Pinky, I get to roll on a D100.
Skip over to Kevis. You caught yours. Oh my gosh, good job. Look at us.
Yep.
Hey,
my.
I have to act all giggly.
Yep. So he comes over and he's like, "Okay, Pinky, here, take a prize. You don't know what's in this bag. It's a bag of mysteries. Grab something." and you
Alright.
reach in and you pull out a sprite's skull covered in inky fingerprints. Like, oh, that is one of my favorites. Nice
What
job,
do you mean
Pinky.
this is one of your favorites?
I mean, it's so creepy.
Kevis just starts laughing hysterically at her.
I like just kind of like gingerly tuck it in my pouch and pretend it doesn't exist.
Yep. Like, okay, Pinky, you get a bottle of the Witchlight wine too, just to make it up for you.
Thanks.
If you feel gross about the skull, you can always drink some wine. Since you got it on the first try, you get 2 of those, and then Kevis, you get a wooden wand with prestidigitation. I think that's your second one.
Yeah, I got 2 of them now.
Okay, so you've got 16 charges of
Oh
prestidigitation.
my god.
Hey, Kels, what do those do?
I don't remember what the spell does.
Okay, it's basically like small magic effects. You can use it to like dry people off or like shut windows and stuff. Okay, third round. What was everybody's rolls?
13.
3.
Oh,
13, 3.
my bad. That 23 was my third one.
Yeah, I thought we
Okay,
did
so
the
cool.
third
You get it
one.
on the third try.
No, I don't think
Okay,
I
was
get it
there-
the second.
Okay, so you guys are trying to catch this thing, and the rest of you, you're like, how do people do this? There's a couple of times where you feel like you're close, and it just like gets out of your grasp. It is so the difficulty on this is somewhere between 16 and 21, or 17, because you guys did roll a 16. You're like, okay, that's enough chances for you all, unless you want to go again. What are you thinking?
No.
Yes. You want to
I'm
play with
good.
my little friend some more?
But can I just keep holding him
Yes,
for a while?
yes, Pinky. You can hold Chanel. Now let the other people play who have not practiced this 3,000 times.
This entire time, I'm petting my dragon that I caught.
Hmm
Also,
Yeah.
not wanting to give it back.
At this point, like it's kind of curled up, like into one of your horns, is like perching there. So you're like, anybody else playing this one? What about you, Sourface? And he kind of points over to Locke.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, you're lost. Fairy dragons are very fun.
Yeah, and at this point in time, how long have we been playing games for?
It's been about an hour and a half of you guys just bouncing around, getting from spot to spot to spot. And
I'm getting
guys-
hungry.
yeah, well, you guys, well,
You want some candy?
are you sure? Because you did an eating contest about 2
But
hours
they took
ago.
away the custard. Remember?
They took away the custard damage.
Oh, did
Oh,
you
yeah.
want that damage?
There was custard damage in the last game, by the way, Duke.
Oh, I watched the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got
Glad
me
you
all
did.
caught up on what was going on. Yeah, as soon as he posted
Yeah,
it, I
yeah.
watched it.
Come on,
All
it
right,
was
all
a
right.
fun game.
It was great.
I mean, you guys can go. You guys can absolutely go and get food. But yeah, you do still feel like there is a presence of custard in your stomach. You can absolutely be hungry if you want.
To the food!
I'm still petting dragon till the very last second.
Take off.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Can I take another look for the figures?
I
go
will
ahead and
take another look with them.
Why do you guys keep looking around?
Because it's my job to find lost things.
I'll look at him like, didn't we cover this? And then like mid sentence realize he's not gonna remember the next thing I say. We're just people watching.
People watching, I just stare right at them.
All right. That is a 4 on. Oh, so on my I have a percentile chance that I'm rolling, and it's just not coming up. No look, like nothing's catching your eye.
Not
Okay.
even on the ground?
Poetry?
We did poetry, didn't we?
For
we did poetry.
Yeah, we did
Pinky
poetry.
for 15. you're mostly looking for people, and you kind of stop paying attention to what's on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair.
Mhm.
I don't remember when Locke and not Locke, whenever Kevis and Pinky were talking about the mermaid. Was that something that we would have heard?
Were you guys trying to keep that quiet?
It was to the side, but I mean, if they heard it, was not really a big deal.
I'm gonna say, what
Yeah,
did we
you guys
say it in
probably heard
common?
it then. And you guys heard the on like the kind of crowd people like going through and making comments about Palasha being missing.
Then yeah, Eli's. Should we be concerned about the mermaid? Is that something that we should try to figure out, or does the staff have it under control?
Currently,
We
I
could
don't know
look
how
for
many
where we get
staff
something
are
to eat.
actually. Go ahead.
So we could look for where we get something to eat.
That's probably the best idea. Also, would I know, like, who would know better than I where she would be?
Yeah, you know that yeah, she and Candlefoot are close. And Candlefoot is the
Yeah.
mime.
Did I keep
Great.
punching? Okay, great.
The
yeah.
one,
The one that you keep punching.
the one right next to the Hall of Illusions that we went
Yeah.
past.
He likes me though.
Oh, grumble. Why do I have to go over there? Fine, let's.
Okay,
There's food
Unhappily,
over there. There's
So you
food.
guys leave the carnival or the dragon catching tent, go by the snail racing. You see a big sign
yeah,
with
we brought-
antlers and whatnot on the side for the Pixie Kingdom, and you come back to the Hall of Illusions. And right here, this stall here with the tulips on top, it's actually they are edible tulips. That it's like, hey, come over here, look what I have, and he like takes a bite of tulip and it crunches. It's like, tastes like crispy bread. This one is great. Like, and this one over here,
I beeline through the crowd.
pasta. These tulips taste amazing. Come buy some.
Yes. I want
How
one. Gimme.
Okay, what do you want? What do you like to eat?
That one.
That one,
Tulip.
okay, and he doesn't even look. He just grabs something and hands it over to you. That
Yep,
one
yep.
be one ticket punch.
Okay.
All right, and you start immediately pecking at it, I assume.
Yep.
Cool. It tastes like tamales, and as you eat them, it is actually pretty filling. Like afterwards, you're like,
Yes. That was good. Okay.
Yep. And it's and this one it's a bugbear, kind of long, furry body, big arms, like happy face. Pretty like has like a very large belly, and looks like they just eat a ton. It's like that body takes a lot of nutrients to like move around. And so like you see him like advertising and like taking snacks and like bites of these things that just filled you up. You're like, whoa. Anybody else hungry? Hungry? Come eat a flower. Tastes like something not a flower.
Guys, it did not taste like a flower.
I'm gonna.
I've eaten a million flowers. That did not taste like a flower.
I'll step up and grab one and just like, sure.
Here,
Yeah.
Pinky,
Thank-
just for you. Actually, I'll give you 2.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just nervously shove both of them in my mouth.
All right, the first one, the first flavor you taste is like this. Tastes like strawberries and cream. Very smooth, and like even the petals before you looked at it, there's like white and swirly bits on it. And Duke, yours were like kind of a yellow with like black and green like kind of spots on them. And then the other one is black, and you don't even think about it before you put it in. You're like, strawberries and cream. Oh, black licorice, like mixed in at the same time, and the bugbear's just like,
I got you.
Good one.
Yeah,
And
you're welcome.
unfortunately, that amusement spell's probably still making this really
I'm-
funny
Yep,
for us.
yep, you're into it. This
Dying.
prank is awesome. Nice prank. All right, anybody else getting other flower foods?
Kevin's gonna pull his ticket out and realize he has no more punches, and probably start making his way to go get another ticket.
Cool. We'll beeline that. Would you rather pay or put
I
a
gotta get
condition
one
on?
too.
Cool.
With how my luck's
And I
been
would just
going with,
pay.
well, what's the contract?
Same here.
Okay, so 3. I have a random table that I'll roll for you guys, and he'll tell you what your condition is, if you want,
I'm just
before
saying.
you have to commit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's listen to the condition.
Okay, so for Locke, you must perform a short dance whenever you hear someone say your
Oh.
name.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Oh, I'm all about that.
Sounds good. Next up for Zarius, you must not know blah blah blah. You must not tell a lie willingly.
Oh, yeah, I'll pay for that. No problem.
Okay, and then lastly, I'll re-roll just so you guys have different things for fun. And then for Kevis, you must wear a crown of flowers and water it every hour without taking it off.
I'll help you with that. I'm really great with flowers.
So at this point, I would have 2 hats on my antlers and a crown of flowers.
Yeah,
Do it.
lots of stuff on your head today.
Yeah. Okay. Just do it.
Cool. So you
Where'd
guys
you get
all
the antlers?
Wait, are you asking me that?
Yeah. Who else should I be asking? Does anybody else have antlers? I didn't see any.
I just
No,
kind of look
he
at him
doesn't.
awkwardly and
He
kind of
doesn't.
like
He has
touch it
wings.
and kind of like pull to point across that they grew on my head. Just really dumbfounded. And then start laughing because that's a stupid spell.
Oh, he has antlers.
Unfortunate.
Wow. I didn't know that they were real. Like, you have wings on your back, but they're butterfly wings, so.
When he says that, I take the hats, or I pull the hats off and just lean my head forward at him.
Like 50 hats.
And again, still laughing this entire encounter.
Is it like
Okay.
a super awkward laugh though?
Yes, very much so.
Yep. So cool. And as you guys, so we've got 4 conditions. Zarius can't tell a lie. Locke has to do a dance anytime somebody says his name. Kevis has to wear a crown of flowers on his head, and Moose has to greet trees reverently. And you did pass a tree on your way up, just this tree here. Moose, as you're going by, it's this big oak tree with like very large acorns like this big, like hanging off of it, just like there precariously.
I say,
Your nuts are magnificent.
yeah. Very nice. That's exactly what I say.
Solid.
Oh,
Yep.
man. That was a good one.
Didn't even mean it to go that way. All right, I'll take it. Cool. So you guys come back up, and you see Candlefoot the mime giving out flowers and doing his gestures, and like he leans down to listen to a baby, like who's just kind of babbling, and he like kind of leans back and like,
I'm gonna wait and then approach Candlefoot when he's done, and just kind of unsure, a little cautious, be like, do you know where Paula is?
and he looks at you.
Take a step back when he looked at me like that.
Hey, Locke, who's Paula?
And I start to dance.
Describe your dance.
God.
I'm doing the Cabbage Patch.
Oh,
Just to make
Nice.
myself feel a little better about the situation, I'm gonna druid craft the crown on Kelvis's head to be pink flowers. I just need to feel a little better about myself.
He doesn't even notice. Just they're all pink all of a sudden. And Candlefoot isn't looking at you with anger. He's looking at actually roll it. Well, with your you have a passive insight for a reason. Okay. You see that he is extremely worried.
Paulus? Yeah. Do you know what happened? Yeah, she was singing, and then somebody said something really, really rude, and she swam away. Do you know where she would be? Yeah, I didn't see who it was.
And he looks angry, not at you, but like who would do that sort of thing. It's kind of the intent of his face. And he thinks, and like he like looks over at the Hall of Illusions and like kind of like has like this creepy, like creeped out look on his face, and like goes up and like kind of like ducks inside very fast, like pulls out a sign and like sets it up, and the sign just says like, temporarily closed. And then he puts his basket of flowers down and he runs around the Hall of Illusions over to the river right here.
And I like follow him, but like really tensely.
Mm-hmm.
Great, amazing.
Okay, and he looks down and he doesn't seem to see anything, and he like pats the water in this rhythm. Pat, 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 pat. And it's just like kind of making a rhythmic splashing sound. And after a moment, there's some movement in the water, and Palasha comes out of the water, still, looked like she was before, dressed in her performance garb, and she immediately like rises up and like wraps her arms around Candlefoot.
I'm just gonna give them a moment. I'm gonna say, Paula, are you okay?
Oh, hi, Pinky.
Hi.
I'm okay. No, I'm not. I've never had anybody say such terrible things about my music before.
They were so rude. Do you know who it was who was saying those things?
No, do you?
I didn't get a chance to catch sight of them.
I wish they wouldn't. I mean, it's not the first hecklers I've ever heard, but whoever they were, that was... And she starts to tear up. That was particularly harsh today, and I'm already having a hard time with Candlefoot, with Candy not being able to speak.
Oh.
And she like touches his face and looks up at him.
Not being able to speak. Wait, what happened? What?
Oh, honey, that's not his act. He doesn't have his voice anymore.
Do we hear this?
Anybody that's over there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he lost it.
Oh.
And this reminds you, you heard about it very briefly, but you're not really close to like either of these two particular ones, especially not Candlefoot, because he kind of creeps you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you had heard that Candlefoot proposed to Palasha, but in the middle of the proposal, his voice just vanished.
That. Oh.
Yeah, and Palasha like looks up at Candlefoot and like he's having a hard time like looking her in the eye. He looks extremely embarrassed, but willing to like put that aside to like be here with her.
Oh no.
And I look at Candlefoot as like, is that what you were trying to tell me before?
Wait, what was he trying to tell you before?
That he was We helped
So he
the
was fucking a box.
couple. We helped a couple that was kind of victimized by Tasha over there, and fixed that. And he asked if we would help him, or he asked me if I would help him. So,
And he kind of looks at you and he's all like,
gone.
He's gonna vomit. We went over this. He's gonna vomit.
I don't think he's gonna vomit.
it kind of makes the shape of like a cone, then puts it on his head,
He's a ballerina.
and he points at Moose.
Have
And
you noticed this well-hung oak over here?
Oh, but there is a tree right over there.
gosh. Oh dear. With reverence is in the eye of the beholder, and I just gave it to a frat boy. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So he continues and he says, like,
Someone stole it from you. Bird
A
lady,
chicken.
bird thingy stole it? A chick, some kind of bird took your voice. Yeah. Do you know where they
It was
went?
not me.
This meaty look over at him.
Mortis.
and he kind of comes over and kind of grabs your arm, not threateningly, Zarius,
Okay,
and kind of like
okay.
points at it and like points at the arm, and it goes around and like turns Moose backwards and then points at his black wings.
It was a black winged bird.
Like a real bird, or was it a visitor
Like-
at the carnival with black?
He points back to Zarius.
A black bird.
Black. And he's the same species. Do you think?
Would Kevis have
bird-
any
a bird
idea
person.
on what he's trying to say with his background and whatnot?
Yeah, as
Oh.
soon as Zarius says a bird person, he starts like pointing frantically.
So a black bird person.
Black bird person
I haven't
stole
seen
your
any other
voice.
birds. I want to look around for a black bird person.
Sure, you guys are behind. Yeah, go ahead and roll. You guys are basically like behind the
It's gonna
event,
take off
so
in a
like
minute.
there's not a lot of people around here, so low chances.
What were the color? What was the color of the feathers on the cockatoos?
Kind of yellow and like grayish.
Have you? Have
What do you want me to
seen
roll?
This
Or is it
Perception.
bird around?
Okay, Zarius, with your perception and you being
It's not higher.
a member of the of a bird race, you look around and there seems to be you catch approximately like a half a second where you recognize the gait of a bird, of a bird person. They move slightly differently than everybody else, but it's not on it's not on a it doesn't look like a bird. It looks like a female human, and so it's very strange to see a female human walk specifically like a bird person walks, and then they kind of vanish into the crowd and you lose them.
And where did I see that? I seen a lady that was walking like her.
Where?
She walked like me,
She walked like you, like a chicken.
like a bird, not a chicken.
Like a
eat
bird.
chicken.
Like a bird.
Like a bird, like a bird,
Do you think?
Yeah,
like a
do you think
bird.
If she walked like a bird, do you think she talked like a bird?
Well, she looked like a lady.
Did she cross the road?
Wait, where did you see her? Did you follow her? Question.
kind of.
Yeah, where was
You
it
saw
at?
her kind of down here towards the entrance of the Pixie Kingdom.
I say, yeah, we should follow her, and then pew, he takes off.
Yeah, I'm happy to get out of this area.
He's very.
Any given chance
He's
I
gone.
can, I'm zooming out.
He's gone.
Yep. Sounds good.
I'm like,
okay,
I
so,
like wave back. I'm like, I'll gonna. Good luck to you. I hope you feel better soon. I've gotta go.
Is everybody just bailing out?
Yeah.
I want to stick around with my mind friend. Make sure he stays okay.
I'm going to
Watch him once.
tell him what's going on.
Bye. I can relax when I'm far, far away from there.
So he starts nodding and he's
We'll make this right.
and Palasha just starts crying and she's thank you. Oh, that would make everything better if Candy had his voice back. I know he's a mime, but that's just his act. You know, his voice is so sweet. I want to hear it again. And like as you guys take off, kind of as you guys are looking around, and maybe like a couple of you like keep your eyes like scanning back occasionally. After a couple of minutes of like walking through the crowd, you do see like Candlefoot comes back and like takes the sign off of the illusion halls and opens them back up.
So what before he does it, or why he's doing that? Because Pinky took off just like I did, and I asked her if she has a problem with the mime. Does he creep you out? As I'm just hopping around, like, does he creep you out? He really creeps me out. I really don't like mimes or clowns. Like, he's not the best.
Yeah. So, I guess. Yeah. We'll say he creeps me out. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
Okay. Eli, anything else that you're doing as you're kind of like hanging back before everybody else like sprints off?
No, I just wanted to help console my mime friend and give him a quick punch in the knee. I'm just going to be continually punching him while everyone else is doing something else.
Okay, so you're just there just like harassing him as everybody else moves off.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good there. Okay, so you guys are heading kind of like down to the lower portion of the carnival. Where are you guys going?
Going into the...
Said that I saw a glimpse of her over here, and then she disappeared into the crowd, right?
Yeah, she just looks like she was moving through the crowd, but it was kind of like on this lower portion.
We make a perception check to see.
All right,
Right.
so
I'm going to
look at
in the air.
I'm going to look at Zarius.
Guys, one person at a time.
Yep.
So start with Duke. He was there first.
Jason can actually go first. He's fine.
Okay, cool.
Zarius, give me an idea. Describe this human female as good as you can. And I start to disguise myself.
She looked like a lady.
What color hair?
Like a lady.
Look
Like a lady's
man.
hair.
What color hair?
Could I see her hair from where I was?
You saw it was kind of a dyed red.
All right. So
It was red, like my beak.
all right. So I'm turned it red. My hair red. How long?
Middle of the back.
Okay. Make it that length.
I don't know what ladies look like. They all look the same.
So pretty much
Excuse me?
describe,
So, bird.
and I will change to look like that.
Yeah, it's a rough process. He doesn't seem to care about details like this, and he wasn't paying attention to the look more than like the behavior of the walk.
Right.
Yeah, so long red hair, middle of the back, but like he was looking at her back as like she was moving.
All right. So this is as good as we can do.
Mhm.
And you just mask of many faces to like a blank face with long red hair on a human woman.
A little creepy.
And then as soon as I'm done, I launch in the air, like 20 feet, and see if I can see anybody else with red hair around.
All right. Sounds good. And guys, we are going to wrap it there for the day as you start hunting this mysterious red hair mannequin to see what she has to do with a few of the strange things that are happening at the carnival. So we will finish there, pick this up on the hunt next time.